Unless you speak Spanish, in which case it's still creepy as hell.
It would be a great thing to fucking like just lay it down on somebody who doesn't speak Spanish
and just wait for them to
Oh,
figure
that
out what
sounds
it
so
means.
beautiful. What does it mean? Like, I'm not telling you.
Well, you know, to be fair,
you
the guy
remember
that
it.
taught
Look it
me
up.
this, right? He's a Venezuelan guy, good friend of mine on VR chat.
Yeah.
One of his absolute favorite songs is "Peaches" by the Presidents of the United States.
Special puppy.
The song that's not really about peaches.
Right.
Yeah, millions of peaches. That one. Yeah, that one. He loves that song. So it kind of fits his personality.
Nice.
Oh,
Good
man.
shit. Alright, yeah, sorry, I was a couple minutes late there. My phone fucking bricked up. Been doing that a lot lately.
My heart is broken.
Dude.
I'm usually the one that's running late, so to be fair, like, you know. Yeah, I mean, we're not. I'm usually the one that's running late, so to be fair.
Zeros of fans down.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're not impressing anybody.
Yeah.
Oh man. I'm usually the one that. Why does this keep muting and unmuting? Fuck you, YouTube. God damn. And now we're gonna get like a fucking strike. No, I was trying to make sure the audio was coming through, and it just kept muting and unmuting, and I'm like, that's not helping me at all.
Fuck would, yeah. What software would think that's a good idea? Just keep like randomly muting and unmuting like a bunch of times. Yeah, there's no safeguard to stop that from happening.
It's obnoxious as hell, but you know it finally stopped, and we are working. I had a dream which I shall spare you all of the unnecessary details. But now I really, it involved a new flavor of sparkling water that I really want. Like when I woke up, I was just like, God damn it, I want that. And it was apple hyacinth. So it'd be like apple with a little more floral flavor to it. You know, like hyacinth and orange blossom, you know, all those like fucking flower things taste kind of the same. So it'd be like an apple with just a little bit of floral notes to it. And I'm like, I would taste really good as a sparkling water. Son of a bitch, I want it.
Have you Googled it? Have you Googled it to see if it exists anywhere?
You know, I don't think it exists anywhere, but you're right. Maybe I should. Who fucking knows?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, nowadays, again, rule whatever that is, even if it's not porn, it kind of applies.
Rule 35. Sometimes if it's not porn, it also exists. Mm-hmm. Oh, shit. Ambrosia apples and hyacinth fragrance oil for candles. So, like, not a sparkling water, but
you could drink like plain sparkling water and like stand really close to the candle.
Yeah, and like drink it, and maybe I'll smell it. Yeah. There is a Fuji apple sparkling water by Spindrift. Is Spindrift they're not sugar free though, right? Spindrift actually, it's 12% real juice, 0 grams added sugar. It's not too unhealthy, but it's interesting. I don't know. See if I can get that.
Where's the shot?
Let's see the fragrance oil. Oh, that's pretty cheap, man. Like, if you want like 10 milliliters of fragrance oil, which is for that's really expensive, I guess. Actually, $4 for 10 mils. Why are the options? The options are a third of an ounce or 8 1/3 pounds.
Well, that's a bit of a range. Wow, nothing in between, huh?
Oh no! Wait, here we go. I can order a third of an ounce, 2 ounces, 1 pound, or 8.34 pounds, which is like
it's a little more
makes
reasonable.
No sense.
Yeah,
it's got to be something. It's fragrance oil, so it's got to be something to do with packaging. Maybe like there's just not good packaging that's cheap in any other size. Like those are the 4 sizes of cheap oil packaging.
Like,
that's my guess.
Even a pound sounds like kind of a lot, right? For like a fragrance oil, or not really?
It sounds like a fucking lot to me. I don't know. I don't use fragrance oil.
Well, the 8 pounds for sure, but the
8 pounds has
1 pound
got to be a fucking
sounds
lot.
like money.
Yeah. What is a
Yeah,
gallon of
it's
water
like here's
weigh? Let's
your
see.
yeah. If you want the next 6 generations of your family to, you know, have this available by the 8 pound the eight
That's a
pound one.
gallon of fragrance. Be a fucking
Mm-hmm.
a gallon of fragrance oil, roughly. A U.S. gallon of water
Right, right.
weighs approximately 8.34 pounds. So that's
Yeah, I
what
was
it
gonna
is.
say. I
It
remember
has to
looking
be a
up the.
packaging thing. You buy that fucking stuff in a gallon. Why would you need? You know what? A gallon is you got. If you're ordering a gallon, you're probably running a little shop and
Yeah,
repackaging
it's
it
like
to
an
sell it,
industrial.
or you're
Yeah.
making soap in your fucking basement and selling it on Etsy or some shit. That's got to be what it is. You know, like you're using that for something else. Is hyacinth even edible?
I feel like it's used for like a medicine thing, right? Like I'm not that familiar with hyacinth. I feel like I've seen
Some
it
of
on
them can be
either.
edible, but only certain types.
Okay. No, no, no. For medical purposes, like I feel like I see it either, or maybe I'm thinking of shampoo. Like I feel like I've seen it on some kind of label for something either medical or for like hair products, like shampoo or something. Maybe not. I don't.
Yeah. Oh, you can get grape hyacinth. Grape is a type of hyacinth, so it's not like grape flavor. It's just grape
Right, right, right.
hyacinth flavor. I can get the syrup from somewhere in Mexico. Oh no, it just tells me how to make it,
Oh, okay.
and it's a Mexican website, so it's all in Spanish, which is not at all helpful. I was looking at, cause
Well,
I found like
after
the apple
Venezuela, but
sparkling water, right? Like I can get that Spindrift apple sparkling water, and I'm like, man, if I can get some fucking hyacinth flavoring, I could just drop a little drop in there, and I could make my dream into a reality. But maybe
might
extract.
might have to wait.
If I have to make the syrup myself, it's never gonna fucking happen. Yeah, it's only essential oil, so if I ordered it, I
Right.
wouldn't know for sure if it was edible safely or not. I'm not gonna fuck with that. Because if there's a chance of fucking dying for the taste of something, really not interested. I want somebody else to be like responsible for figuring that out. You know?
God damn it, dude! I keep getting tricked by the AI overview. Like I shouldn't be relying on it, and I keep forgetting that it's the first thing that pops up on Google
Oh
searches
yeah.
now. Okay, I'm skipping that. But yeah, well, the AI overview does say hyacinth has various uses, including medicinal, decorative, and culinary. So again, I wouldn't trust that quite yet because I
Well,
want
some
to just to treat
hyacinth is
everybody.
edible. Some of it is toxic. Some
Yeah,
of it
yeah,
is
yeah,
edible. I'm not going to try
yeah.
to
I got
figure it
you.
out. You know, I don't want to figure out the difference, and I got to figure that 99.99999% of people that are buying anything with hyacinth are buying it for plants or essential oils. So I'm not going
All
to
right.
trust any manufacturer of any sort of essential oil or anything that it would be that it would be non-toxic. Like that's just a
Yeah, yeah.
bad option. You know what I mean? Or that they're going to send me the correct flower buds or whatever, and it's not from something else that's cheaper that looks the same. You know, like I don't want. I'd have to grow it myself from seed and know for sure that it was like legitimately a safe edible plant. Like in that case, you know, like if I
Yeah,
want chia
like
seeds,
like
I'm
the
not
silver
worried that
fish.
somebody's going to send me poison chia seeds in the mail. But
Oh, here's one: how to make grape hyacinth jelly.
oh, that sounds tasty. I wonder. You know what? Grape hyacinth jelly is probably something I can find on Amazon. And then I could mix a
Yeah,
little bit of
yeah.
that into some sparkling water and get the flavor. Try it once.
Yeah, I'll search that up.
Oh, that's a fucking G. That's definitely not going to get me what I want.
That's a recipe. I don't want the recipe. Shopping. Mm-hmm. Well,
No,
grape
they have a lot of
hyacinth.
grape
Oh,
flavoring though. No grape hyacinth flavor.
yeah, there's a bunch of spots to buy it. Buy the plant, I mean. Sorry,
There's a lot of grape jelly, but
bulbs.
there's no grape hyacinth jelly.
Hang on, let me see if I
I could get jelly
subtract
beans.
Concord.
There's a lot of kinds of grape jelly, and grape jelly is delicious, but goddamn, everybody and their mom makes grape jelly.
Yeah. Maybe if you just put hyacinth jelly, maybe that would actually work better. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Because
take the
it's not going to
fucking
pull in all the
grape out.
grape
Good
shit.
point. Hyacinth jelly. Nah, the first thing it gives me is an assortment of Bon Maman assorted preserves. It's like strawberry, apricot, raspberry. Honey is not a preserve. Honey is just honey. Why are you calling it a preserve?
All right, rose petal jelly. Okay, that came up before anything with hyacinth, so that's not
You know,
good.
they'd probably be about the same fucking flavor. I mean, all them floral flavors kind of taste the same. They're not really that
Yeah,
different. You know, you got
yeah,
like orange
true.
blossom water, like rose water, and all that kind of stuff. They all taste, you know, that floral flavor is very hard to distinguish between like what flower it comes from. I could get
Yeah,
quince
yeah,
jelly. I don't know what quinces are. Are they like lemons? They look like lemons in the label.
yeah. No idea. There's a hyacinth liquid pearl body wash.
Guava jelly. I've
So if
had
you want
guava jelly.
that way,
Guava jelly is absolutely delicious, by the way. If you've never had
yeah, I would
guava
imagine.
jelly.
Shit, prickly pear jelly is fucking tasty, dude. Pretty much anything
Uh,
made into jelly form is gonna be pretty good.
there was a song I heard in karaoke where this guy was talking about like he kept saying the line "rub up all on my belly like guava jelly," and I just heard the
Okay.
song and I was like, I need to try guava jelly now.
Yeah, well, fuck, I have no idea what guava tastes like now that I think about it. It's like a tropical
Oh,
fruit,
guava's
yeah?
kind of crazy in the respect that you can eat like the whole fucking thing. Like you can eat the stalks, the leaves, the roots, the seeds, the skin, the fruit. Every part of the thing is edible.
Oh, okay. It's very different than prickly pear jelly. Or prickly pear.
Oh yeah,
There's
guava's
very little of
crazy in
prickly
that
pear, I would
respect.
imagine.
Like
Yeah, that is
it's
pretty interesting.
pretty common for people where guava grows a lot to just grind up guava seeds instead of pepper. It's kind of like pepper tasting.
Hmm, interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I thought of the opposite of that, and cashews came to mind for because like you know how like I don't know if you're familiar with the
Oh,
process
don't
of
the
cashews.
yeah, like it's weird because like you can eat like the fruit and the seed, but there's like a bunch of other shit that's like poisonous there or something.
Yeah, like it's a pretty large thing. Like the nut part is a very small part of it, and yeah, like almost almost everything else is like toxic and
I
poisonous.
saw a video where some guy was eating a cashew fruit, so I have to assume that there's like an interior
Yeah,
that's safe
yeah.
to eat or something, and it's not all inedible. But yeah, like I didn't know you could eat any part of it.
No, it's very little of it that you could eat. Yeah, hold on. Because it's weird. Because the actual what do you call it? Fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah, the nut is
I've
a
seen the
very
pictures
small
of it. I know what
part
it
of it.
looks like. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think it's that the
Yeah,
cashew
like the
is
nut's kind
wrapped
of
up in a
sticking out of the
thing that's
bottom.
like caustic to your hand or something.
Yeah, it's really bad. The cashews are so goddamn delicious. I don't know about you, but I love. Yeah, those are one of my favorites.
Yeah, it's the shell, the outer shell around the cashew itself contains anacardic acid, a naturally occurring chemical compound that is an extremely toxic chemical, and when you handle it directly, it can
Yeah,
cause burns and stuff. But the fruit and the nut are both edible. You just can't eat like you
yeah,
have to take the shell off very carefully.
yeah. It's like they refer to it as an apple, and it looks vaguely apple, not apple shaped, but like I don't know, like
Oh,
the color thing.
it's part of the rose apple family. I forget what they're called. Rose apples are syzygiums. There's a whole group of fruits called syzygium, and the most common one I think is the rose apple, Syzygium jambos, and they're all like this weird kind of crunchy, juicy fruit that look like that, like the cashew one.
Yeah.
And they're all
All
very
right.
floral and apple tasting. So you get like a little bit of apple or pear flavor and a strong floral flavor with those.
All right. And I think even the top, like the cashew is surrounded, like the actual nut part is surrounded by like inedible shit too, I would imagine, right?
Yeah, yeah. The shell is like, so when you see it before they shell it, there's a shell on the bottom of the fruit. Like the fruit itself is like a little orange, like bell shape,
Mm.
and you
Yeah,
can eat
yeah.
the
It almost
fruit.
looks like a bell pepper.
Yeah, yeah, and
It
you can
looks a
eat the
lot like
whole
a bell
fruit.
pepper.
That's
Or not a
fine. The
bell
fruit's
pepper.
totally fine. But the shell on the
Mm.
bottom that holds the cashew has caustic acid.
Okay.
And
All right,
sometimes
so
I
not a
think
bell
there's
pepper,
like
but
a
definitely some kind
little.
of pepper.
Yeah,
It
sometimes I
definitely looks
think
like
the
some kind of pepper.
flour leaves like a little
Mm.
ring around the shell. I don't remember what that is, but I think that might be dangerous too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a nut. I guess. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. You pretty much don't eat the shell of any nuts in general.
Well, with that one, you don't even want to touch the shell.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you
You
can't.
want to
Not
have
only
like
can you
fucking.
not eat the shell, you can't even touch the motherfucker.
Yeah,
And I think once they get the cashews out, they gotta fucking rinse off the cashews with a bunch of shit to nullify the
yeah, yeah.
acids or something like that. I
Kind of.
imagine.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising they're not more expensive, considering all the
Uh,
fucking shit you have to go.
you know
Although I
when
assume they've
when
got the process streamlined at this point.
well,
By now.
it's an incredibly it grows in incredibly poor countries. So like
Mm,
that people are willing to pay them to get those at all is like, awesome in their
right.
like they're making
Yeah.
they're living off of picking cashews because they're so fucking poor they don't have a lot of other options.
Mm,
There's no other real resources and they haven't learned how to like utilize. I guess as a society they haven't learned how to use their resources in a way to like improve their life without having outside support. Which is why I think the U.S. needs to get out of all these countries and stop fucking around with them. Because I bet you the cashews would rise in price and their lives would get substantially better if the U.S. was probably not
yeah.
involved in some way keeping them from
Yeah.
getting less poor.
Yeah. Exploiting. Yeah. Exploiting them.
And it's
Because
probably not like the
cashew
U.S.
is still
government,
kind
but
of
it's
on the
like the
higher.
U.S. like corporations, like planters is probably involved.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Because they're still, even then, they're still kind of on the higher end as far as nuts prices go, right? Like they're up there with like almonds and shit.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Maybe I'm misremembering, but yeah, I thought they're still kind of up there.
The only nuts that are really cheap are peanuts.
Yeah. Wait, walnut? How about walnuts? Walnuts are expensive. Pecans?
Um, yeah, but only because people don't use them for a lot of stuff other than baking.
Mm,
Not a lot of people sit and munch on pecans or walnuts.
yeah, yeah. I don't. Yeah, I don't like walnuts that much. Dude. Pecans are okay, but yeah, not by themselves. Like usually, I'm mixing it with I don't know, Nutella or something. That's
Mm.
really good. Like they go really good with other shit.
Pecans and walnuts are
Walnuts, I'm
really
just not a
good
fan of.
nutritionally. They're like extremely good nutritionally for keto diet, where you're trying to get
Oh,
high fats
gotcha.
and proteins.
Right, right. Yep, makes sense.
Plus, they got like the healthy
But yeah,
fat,
my
so it's
mom
not
gets a
just
lot of.
high fat, but high healthy fat.
Yeah, my mom gets pecans. She eats a lot of pecans. Like I said, walnuts I'm not a big fan of, but pecans are all right. With
I
again
like all the
with other
nuts.
shit.
I like all the nuts. My mom makes
Yeah.
her own walnut butter, which is kind of good. That's
Mm,
pretty good stuff.
yeah, I don't know. There's something about walnuts. It's not bad. Like I don't dislike it, but there's something that I can't explain
There's
it.
a weird bittery, puckery taste to it.
But it's also like a sweet. There's like a little bit of a sweet and a bitter that just
Mm-hmm.
doesn't like mix well, right?
I like it. I
Does
like
that
that
make sense?
combination. But yeah, if you don't like that, yeah, definitely not going to work for you.
Yeah, not a huge fan of bitter and sweet. Fighting it out, I guess. Yeah. Although I don't know. I mean, I love almonds. Pecans are okay, although again, not generally by themselves. Love peanuts. Um, I think cashews. Yeah, cashews are great. I love them by
Mm.
themselves. All of them go great with Nutella. I've just eaten a lot of Nutella with these. My mom, yeah,
Nutella is like
cashews is another.
sugar and chocolate. Like, it's hard to
Yeah,
go wrong.
dude, dude, it's funny because I remember hearing about they got sued for like well, misleading whatever because they were putting it as a part of like a balanced, healthy breakfast. And I remember this
Oh,
because
God,
I was
no.
actually
Sugar is the
fooled by
first
that.
ingredient.
Yeah, yeah. No, I know. I remember this was a long time ago, like in my early 20s. I remember being fooled by that. Like it actually worked on me. I really thought that that was like, oh, really? Nutella's like can be healthy? Oh, okay, great. Let's fucking taste that good. Like it should have. You know what I mean? I was a fucking idiot. And we all have our blind spots. I think I just wanted to eat more Nutella. So I didn't question it or something because yeah, it's really fucking obvious. Once it's brought to your attention, you're like, no, nothing can be that fucking sweet, like naturally, and be healthy, dude. It's just not possible.
Dates. The only thing I can think of is dates. Dates are very sweet and very healthy.
Oh, gotcha.
Nutella
Yeah, dates is
is
another one that's kind of
58% sugar.
that is not surprising. But yeah, I remember them getting sued, and then I'm like, well, yeah, no, that actually did work on me, so I assume, like, I am definitely dumbass for not
Oh, I
questioning
believed
it,
it for the
but
longest
I
time,
can't be
too.
the
I
only
totally
one.
bought into Nutella being healthy for a while, yeah.
Yeah,
I thought
yeah.
it was
So I can
primarily
understand why they
hazelnut
got
butter
sued.
with a little bit of cocoa added and some sugar to sweeten it up.
Yeah, I think that's what got me the hazelnut part. It's like, oh wow, those must be just really naturally tasty and healthy. That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, I'm glad I'm not alone on that because I did feel kind of stupid. Because once it's brought to your attention, you're like, yeah, what the
I've
fuck
on
was I thinking?
multiple occasions bought hazelnuts to eat just as like snacking and always been
Hmm.
slightly disappointed. Like, I like the flavor of hazelnuts, but they were nowhere near as good as I thought they would be from Nutella. You know what I mean?
Oh, right, yeah, yeah. I like the little Ferrero Rocher things. Those are actually pretty good with the hazelnut in the middle
Hmm.
of the chocolate and the chocolate.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Ferrero
Mm,
Rocher makes a lot of really good little chocolates.
yeah. Oh
They're
shit, that
definitely
was
pretty quality.
I forgot. My mom had gotten like this weird like I don't know, sampler pack thing. It was a brittle, everything, or no, three other ones. Not peanut. It was almonds, cashew. I think the other one might have been walnut. But there was three different nuts, like besides the normal peanut. She got like this little sampler pack of like three different kinds of brittle.
Oh, that sounds good.
But yeah, I haven't. Well, she asked me if I wanted some, and I'm like, well, I don't want to, because she hadn't opened it yet. And I don't know. I just feel weird about being you know what I mean? Being the first person to try anyone else's shit seems like
Yeah.
rude somehow. Even my own mother, like it seems like a
It
bad thing
seems
to do.
it seems very rude to be the first person to crack open someone else's gift
Mm.
or treat, you know?
Yeah,
It's like, this is
yeah.
your
It'd be
treat.
different if like this
I
was like
can't just
the
start eating on your treats before you even get a try, you know? Like, come on, man.
yeah, yeah. It would be a little different if like she had this was like the 10th time she'd gotten it or something. But yeah, it was like no, let me know. Try it then. So looking forward to that because I like a brittle. I like a good brittle.
Oh, you know what's a really good treat? And this one is probably somewhat healthy. Um, honey roasted pistachios.
What was it again? I'm sorry.
Honey roasted pistachios.
Mm.
They're like a dessert. It's so good. They're so insanely
Yeah,
tasty,
yeah,
man.
yeah. Oh, yeah. I guess that is another one that I really like. Pistachios are
Oh, I
fantastic.
love pistachio nuts. Pistachios,
Yeah.
cashews, peanuts, and macadamias and almond. I don't like almonds, but I
Oh,
like
fuck.
walnuts and what do you call
Dude,
them?
macadamia nuts. Those are like
Pecans.
unbelievably sweet, right? Like macadamia nuts are
Oh,
really
they're
fucking
so
sweet.
good. They're sweet and
Yeah,
fatty
yeah.
and like.
Dude, a white chocolate macadamia nut cookie. That is the fucking greatest
Oh
thing ever.
God, yeah, no, so tasty.
Yeah.
There's not enough cookies with nuts in them, in my opinion.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean? Like
Dude, I love
I
like
like a good you know, even if it's like
mhm.
an almond or something. I like a good nut in like
Dude, I chocolate chip cookies. I use the milk
yep.
chocolate chips, and I will put almonds in them, dude. That is really yeah. I
Yeah,
love
like
that
I'm not
shit.
even a fan of almonds, but I'll take almonds in like a cookie or in a pastry or something like that for sure.
Oh yeah. No, I love almonds, dude. God damn, that is some good shit.
Yeah, almonds I just do not like the texture. They're too gritty for me. They never get smooth.
Mm. Huh.
I don't care for them. They're too crunchy, too gritty.
Yeah, yeah,
Not
yeah,
my
yeah.
favorite, but like I
Yeah, I
see
hear
why
you.
other
I'm
people
normally a
like the
big texture
flavor
guy.
alone is good though. Like almond flavor is very good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I'm normally really picky on texture. I'm actually surprised because I love almonds, but I don't mind the texture for some reason.
The only
But I
almonds
know
I
exactly
found
what
that
you're
I
talking about
enjoy,
as soon as you said it.
you know those like Jordan almonds where they like have like a little candy shell on the outside.
Yeah, yeah.
Those are the
Although
only
those
kind of
are hard as
almonds I like
fuck.
to eat that are not like in something. Like it's the Jordan almonds I like.
The
Like,
candy coating on those is like bulletproof, though, dude. That's the only thing I don't like about those.
oh yeah, you gotta watch out. You might chip a fucking tooth.
Yeah, you almost have to treat it like a fucking like a lollipop or whatever, like a jawbreaker.
That's yeah, it kind of works for me, man. I don't know why, but that kind of works for me.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, no, they taste. Yeah, I love the taste. Although chocolate covered almonds are amazing too, obviously. Turns out most things chocolate covered are pretty good
Oh yeah,
as far as nuts. As far as nuts go, yeah.
yeah. Well, you know what? When you're adding chocolate to something, it's real hard to fuck that up.
Yeah, yeah. Indeed, it is pretty goddamn magical. Although, yeah, I'm always curious about because the semi sweet, like in a chocolate chip cookie, like the semi sweets are fine, but like milk chocolate chips are so much better. Like I don't know why that's not the primary one
Oh,
used.
I would completely disagree with you on that, sir.
Really?
I 100% prefer dark chocolate to milk chocolate. And I like a really dark chocolate. Oh, you're not dying there, are you?
No, no, I'm smoking. I'm hitting it out of the can. I'm good.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I prefer dark chocolate over milk chocolate all the time, every day, all
Oh,
day.
yeah.
My mom likes really dark chocolate. Like, there's almost nothing but like cocoa in hers. It's like 96% cocoa. Please, I'll take that baker's chocolate.
Yeah. What is that? There's like a candy bar that's crazy dark chocolate that like nobody likes that tastes almost chalky.
Oh,
Um,
what's that
you
one?
know what I'm talking about? I
No.
don't know. It's
You're not talking about like
maybe it's just called
Hershey's
Mateo.
Special Dark, right? Because Special Dark is
No, no,
not super
no. This
dark.
is like a foreign. It's not. I don't think it's like an American-made one.
Oh, okay.
I remember there's like I think because I remember there being like a challenge, like people would try to eat a whole one, and had trouble getting through it. Hold on.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah, you know what? If I've never heard of this, I might order some for my mom. Like I like a dark chocolate, but I don't like that dark chocolate. And but she does, so she might actually
Yeah.
really get a fucking really get a kick out of that. That'd be right up her alley.
Let's
Because
see.
usually she gets like the 64 or something like that, or the 70 something dark chocolate, where it's like pitch fucking black.
Alright, let me see if I can find which one I'm talking about.
Oh man, I was listening to somebody fucking.
Wow, they make 90 to 100% cacao. Wow.
Oh yeah, well I mean you can get like 100% dark like chocolate. That's baker's chocolate. That's just nothing but cocoa powder.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
compressed into a bar, and that's for obviously for cooking. So
Yeah. No, I remember eating Baker. I remember coming across Baker's chocolate as a kid, and eating it like it was going to taste like regular chocolate.
And it
Uh,
fucking did
turns
not.
out it did not. It definitely. I definitely did not do that again. Wait, maybe I should go with worst dark chocolate bar. Maybe that'll find it. God damn it! What the fuck? Great. Dude, I gotta get a new phone. Or maybe I just need to clear the memory out of this, but god damn, this is annoying. Let's see. It's gotta be in here somewhere. I don't see it. Yeah, but no, I like this special dark. Like Hershey's Special Dark is fine.
Yeah,
Although I
that's
still
the kind
prefer
of dark
their
chocolate
milk
I like.
chocolate.
Like, I'll take the dark chocolate
Yeah.
over the milk chocolate. And you're
Yeah,
the
no, I still
opposite.
prefer Hershey's milk. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like both of those. Damn it, I wish I
Yeah.
could find out which fucking
Yeah, my mom
bar
gets
I'm
like
thinking of.
the Ghirardelli or the whatever, like the I think they're those Ghirardelli square things, and she likes those, but like she likes the like 72% chocolate, like cacao or whatever. I think is what it is.
Yeah. Oh, you mean like the ones that have like they'll have like mint or fucking caramel or something in them? Those
Yeah,
squares?
except the ones she buys are 72% cocoa, and they're like fucking nothing in the middle. It's just chocolate.
Oh wow. All right.
So she
Yeah,
likes
that's pretty
the
hard.
like the bitter dark chocolate where it's like coffee bitter.
Right, right. All right, that's interesting. All right, yeah, I'm not finding the one I'm thinking of. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. And like Almond Joys and Mounds, I don't mind the dark chocolate. That's some good shit.
Yeah.
Goes well with coconut.
I think
Okay
the
with
best
coconut.
combination with dark chocolate is peppermint. In my experience,
Oh yeah.
like a good
Yeah.
peppermint patty, like those are usually dark chocolate, or like Junior Mints
Yeah.
have a little bit dark chocolate, you know.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, I don't definitely like those. But yeah, definitely. That's probably about as whatever the percentages in those is probably about as far as I go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it kind of makes sense because I love white chocolate too. So I guess that's kind of the opposite of dark chocolate, or not really. It's just from a different thing
Dark
of the plant,
chocolate
right?
is all the other stuff that's not the bean.
Right.
From like
Yeah, the white
I think
chocolate's
it's from the fruit or something, or like the oil or something. Yeah, it's from a different part of the cacao plant than the.
Yeah. I remember for the longest time I thought they called it white chocolate because it was similar in texture and it was like a marketing thing. I really didn't think it was. I didn't realize it for years and years. I did not realize it was actually from the same plant.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I'm like, I get it. It's similar texture. It's fucking candy. It's tasty. But yeah, I thought it was some kind of marketing thing. I think I looked it up probably not that long ago. Probably a couple decades where I assumed that was just a marketing thing.
I think
Why
I
they called
thought
it
that
white
when
chocolate.
I was a kid, not a marketing thing, but just that it was like clearly something entirely different that they called it just because, you know.
Yeah, because
it
it's
had
similar
a similar
in
texture.
texture and all that. Yeah. Turns out no, it's from just a different part of the plant or whatever the fuck. That's nice. White chocolate
Weird
Reese's.
how
Dude.
that works.
Pretty much my all-time favorite candy is a white chocolate Reese's.
Oh, I'm a very big fan of the white chocolate. I don't know that I would say it's my favorite, but I very much like white chocolate. And the white chocolate Reese's are pretty darn tasty.
But yeah, pretty much anything. Yeah,
I got a hell of a sweet tooth. I'll be real. I'm not turning down any candy.
Yeah, no, I was definitely very happy. I was very happy that they had, I don't remember exactly when it started, but when they started making all the candy bars with white chocolate options, Yeah, that was a nice trend. I was glad to see that.
Yeah, the
You
Kit
know what I mean?
Kats, the
Like get a fucking
Reese's, all of them are just
Kit
white
Kats are
chocolate.
amazing. Yeah, Kit Kats are
Oh man,
amazing.
you know what I
White
want?
chocolate.
I don't think they have it because I know they have like a Milky Way dark or like midnight or
Yeah. Oh,
whatever it
the
is in dark
midnight.
chocolate, and that's really
Yeah.
good.
Actually, I
But
like that
man,
one. Yeah, I
I
love
would
that.
really like one of those in white chocolate, like a Milky Way white chocolate one.
Mhm.
I feel
I
like
know they
that
do
would be pretty
Snickers in
good.
white chocolate. They do
Oh, that'd
Snickers
be
in white
good.
chocolate.
I would try that. I don't
Yeah.
think I've ever seen that though.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if Milky Way does too. You would think it did because they do. If yeah, if there's Snickers, you think. Wait, have I had the Milky Way? I've definitely had the all caramel Milky Ways. Those are fucking
Oh, where it's just
insane.
caramel? Yeah, that's always a good one.
Yeah. No, yeah, no nougat, just fucking straight caramel.
Yeah,
Let me
that's
see if there is a white chocolate.
not hard to beat, not hard to enjoy.
Wait, white chocolate? But yeah, definitely Snickers white chocolate is fantastic. Think of some of the other ones, or I like a zero bar. They call it like white fudge, but I assume it's just fucking white chocolate. Oh shit! Oh, Europe. There's a European one. It says European Milky Way.
Ah.
15.50. You can get one for $15.50, dude.
You know, I really
Not
want
sure
to
I'm that
try
curious
that.
about
I don't know if I want to
it.
try that $15.50 worth.
Yeah, that's a bit much, dude. Holy shit. I'm not that curious, dude.
I did spend $30 on a jar of jam.
Hmm.
Like, I've been trying out weird jams that you would normally never get to try. So, like, there was a
Right,
lemon
right.
and ginger jam that I got from, like, in Italy on Amazon. And then I got, like, black currant jelly. Or no, black currant jam because it has fruit in it. And
Right, right.
I got a gooseberry jam. And the most recent one I got that's really expensive, and it's expensive for a very good reason, is
Mm-hmm.
nutmeg fruit jam. So it's not the
Mm.
nutmeg seed or the mace or anything like that. It's the actual fruit that all is in.
All right, right.
And
Huh.
that fruit does not travel well. It does not keep well, even when they're out in the places where they're growing nutmegs. So it comes from
Right,
like
right.
Malaysia. It's like a small little company in Malaysia that makes it, and it's already
Hmm.
like $20 just for the jam, and then like another $10 for shipping. And I'm like, that's fair though,
Right,
considering
right.
like how
That
like
exotic.
hard it is and exotic it is, and it's not a fruit that's really kept for anything. Like most nutmeg manufacturers are not keeping the fruit for any reason. Because
Yeah.
you like if you eat too much nutmeg, you can get a high off of it.
Yeah, oh, you can hallucinate. Yeah,
Yeah, you can
yeah.
do the same thing with the fruit. Like you eat too
Mm.
much of the fruit,
Interesting.
it can make you hallucinate.
Yeah.
So like you got to be careful. And I have tried the nutmeg syrup, where it's syrup made from nutmeg fruit, and it's really good. I don't know that it's good enough for how expensive it is, but it's really like one time
Uh,
it was worth it.
yeah, definitely worth trying.
It's this tropical, spicy, like oh my god, it's just such so many things going on, and in such a good way.
Nice.
But
Nice.
I wouldn't want to try to eat it like every time, like on a waffle or something. Like I would prefer regular like maple syrup versus that most of the time. But it was definitely like a really interesting experience to try.
Maple syrup's great. I really like blueberry syrup. I don't
What
know if
kind of
I'm
syrup?
alone on that.
I
The
missed the
blueberry
last.
syrup.
Blueberry syrup. I don't think I've had blueberry syrup. I've had blueberries in
Oh,
syrup, but
really?
that's
Oh, gotcha. No, no.
obviously a
There's
different
I
thing.
think Smuckers. I think Smuckers is the main one that makes it. Hold on, let me check. But yeah, that one it's really sweet, like even sweeter than like maple syrup, believe it or not. But
Oh yeah,
yeah,
I've
that
had
one's really
boysenberry syrup. We get boysenberry syrup
yeah,
every
very
once in a while,
similar. Yeah, pretty similar. Yeah,
and they're very sweet. I think that's probably the same manufacturer, just a different fruit.
yeah, most likely. Yeah, let's see. I'm trying to think of. Is it? Yeah, it is Smucker's. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's the one I
Yeah,
usually
Boysenberry
get. Is
makes the Boysenberry one is Smucker's as well. So definitely the same company, same product, just different flavors. I would try. I gotta try that blueberry though. That sounds really good. I'm a big fan of blueberries. It's just like we have this place
yeah,
where
it's
you remember.
real
I don't know if you
sweet.
remember this. Did I give you? Did you guys get any strawberries when you were here?
No, I don't think
I think they weren't in
at that time,
season.
but yeah, no, I've got them. Although we get them when we're in Carlsbad, where we normally
Oh
go
no no
every
no no
year.
no no no. There's if I served you guys strawberries from the place I get them, you would definitely remember. Um,
Yeah,
they're
no,
like
yeah,
candy. They're so sweet. It's legitimately like you're
yeah. You
eating
don't even need the
strawberry candy
sugar.
with it. Yeah, no, you don't got to put anything on it.
Yeah,
You want to make
yeah.
like you
They're
want to make
very little,
strawberry shortcake? You
very
just
little
slice it
tartness.
up, put it on the shortcake, add some whipped cream. You don't need any sugar. It's that sweet. But you definitely would remember
Yeah,
that
no, I
because they're
remember.
like that good. But oh, maybe the ones you get are
Yeah, well,
similar. You know,
yeah, the
who
ones in
knows?
Carlsbad are like that. There's like spots, especially where you pick your own.
Oh, they're growing them
Yeah,
there. Yeah,
they're
yeah, yeah.
super
Then that makes
juicy.
sense. Yeah, because you're getting you're
Yeah,
not getting the grocery store variety. You're getting
yeah,
like an
yeah,
actual strawberry, not like this weird mutant
yeah,
garbage thing that the
yeah.
fucking they
Yeah,
made so
crazy
that they
juicy,
could
crazy
sell it in
sweet.
grocery stores
Yeah,
without it going bad, and all that kind of shit.
yeah, yeah. I remember them being super juicy, super sweet.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
definitely
just
no sugar needed.
delectable.
Indeed. Yeah, there's a place just around the corner from the timeshare place that they have in Carlsbad. So yeah, northern San Diego area, basically.
But yeah, so it's probably similar type then, similar to the kinds we get. But like oh
Yeah, they're
man,
amazing.
just the strawberries there are so good. But they also have blueberries at this place, and they're equally
Mhm.
as awesome. And I've been like a big pack of them in the fridge right now that I've been eating off of for the last couple of days.
Yeah, it's one of the things I miss about upstate New York, man. Is not strawberries and blueberries necessarily, but like just wild raspberry and blackberry plants. Like just bushes of them just growing everywhere, dude.
Oh yeah, well we that's what my mom planted in our front yard actually is a what do you call it? A thornless blackberry.
Mm,
So we
that's
have like
helpful.
these blackberry vines that grow all across the front of the deck. You know, like deck in front of my house.
Yeah,
They
those
grow
those things
all
grew.
from one side to the other, like all the way across. It's so good.
Yeah, yeah, those things like in upstate New York, like those plants just grow wild everywhere, dude. Like
Oh
almost
yeah, like we
everybody's
had
like
one that was
fucking
just
garden
growing,
have.
like volunteered on the side of the house. That was it was one with thorns, but it's still blackberries.
Yeah.
They grow
Oh
all over
yeah.
out on like the creek trails and stuff. Yeah, you can go picking berries if you wanted. Like
Yeah.
there's areas where you could easily.
Mm,
Mostly blackberries out here. I think there are some places where you might find raspberries, but not very common. Um,
yeah, it was so nice to just have them. Like as a kid, you're just like, oh, look at that, and they're like fucking totally edible. Like the thorns are a pain in the ass, but not that much.
oh yeah, we had
Like you
those.
definitely have to be careful.
When I was a kid, that we find those out in like when we were like hiking along trails and stuff all the time. And then when I was in grade school, across the street from the grade school, and I lived in the same neighborhood, so I could just go walk down there and hang out whenever I wanted. There was a fucking defunct plum orchard. So like the trees were still there,
Oh
just
wow.
nobody took care of it. And so we would go over there and eat like plums and shit all the time, and like throw them at each other and do all sorts of dumb shit, because
Right.
we were little kids.
Oh, man. Fresh plums, dude.
Oh
That's some
yeah,
good
fresh
shit.
plums were tasty, and green plums stung like a motherfucker when they hit you.
I bet they're all fucking hard.
Yeah, we'd be
Jesus
throwing the
Christ.
green plums at each other until they, started to come out, and then you'd eat the regular plums.
The ripe ones.
Yeah. And then that was where I covered some hobo's mattress with mayonnaise.
Mm. I remember you telling that story.
Yeah, it's so weird because like as a kid, there was no malicious quality to it. We were just like what's this
Yeah, it just seemed
mattress
too
doing
funny at
out
the
here
time.
with this bag and like this fucking mayonnaise and stuff? I want to put the
Clearly,
mayonnaise on the
it's on
mattress
there.
now. We're gonna put the mayonnaise all over the mattress. Like, why? Because it's here.
Yeah, it's
Like, we
here.
didn't connect that it was
They're
a
in the same
hobo's
spot.
mattress. That's only something I figured out as
Right.
an adult. You know, like as a kid, I didn't realize that we were like destroying some
Fucking
fucking
up his,
hobo's like
yeah.
campsite. You know. Although
Although he
good
probably
for
just
doing it
flipped it
though.
over.
Fuck him. He had no business being there.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
straight up. He had no
yeah. A
business
little
being there,
creepy.
so I don't really feel that bad about it, honestly.
Yeah, I hear you.
Sleeping across the street from a grade school, yeah, dude, get the fuck out. You know, you don't belong there.
Yeah, that's pretty gross, dude. Yeah, of all the spots, I get being near the plum thing or whatever, but yeah, you don't need to be that close to a fucking school. That is creepy.
Yeah, it's a weird one, man. Right? It's like, I don't fucking
Yeah,
think you need to
yeah,
be
even
here, buddy.
yeah, even homeless, dude. I'm not going anywhere, anywhere within like 5 miles of a school if I can fucking help it.
Yeah. You don't have, it's not appropriate to be hanging out with like little kids. Essentially, it's like you can't be doing that.
Indeed.
But we got him. We got him out of there. He never like that stuff was all gone. Like the a couple days later, we were looking to fuck with it again. See what happened with the mayonnaise over like a couple of days. Out in the sun. We're like, oh, I bet that's gonna be weird and gross. Let's go check it out. And all the stuff was gone. So whoever it was like took the hint or just didn't want to fucking deal with whatever it was, and they were like, I'm fucking out, ski.
Nice. Yeah, you never know. You could have prevented some tragedies with the mayonnaising of the.
There's no reason to assume he was like gonna mess with any kids. I mean, it was probably just he saw this plum orchard where it was like there's food on the fucking trees and no one cares because no one's taking care of it or harvesting it. And I can be far enough away from everybody because he was definitely like clear, like no one was gonna see him from the school. Like he could have stood there. He could have hung out there all day, and none of the teachers ever would have known unless they like went out a good ways into the orchard. But he probably found a really good spot. Unfortunately, kids hung out there, and we were a bunch of douchebags. So,
Right.
not really much to be done about that. Unfortunately, for him.
Yeah, he was good for a while, I guess. Fuck him.
Yeah.
He shouldn't have been hanging out that close to a school. Whatever
fair,
his intention.
He made a mistake where he was, but there's no guarantee he was like a bad person. He just made a terrible choice.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
I don't have any real sympathy. I'm not like, oh no, I feel so terrible. It's just like, oh, I wish I'd known as a kid what I was doing.
Right.
But that was a funny one. Oh man, so I was looking at some more stuff with the Somali thing because I was curious. There was a sentencing guide that somebody put out so that we would have some idea of the sentencing. We may have all been drastically under on the amount of years he might get. He might end up with like 6 years, 10 years. There's a fair to minimum chance. Because all of the stuff he was doing was to make money online, and they're very well aware of that, and that's a big part of why they don't like him and why he's in the situation he's in. And that's an exacerbating factor when it comes to sentencing, and not specifically because of him, just because the way they look at it is if the reason you're committing the crime is really fucking obnoxious, then
it's gonna make it worse.
They add time to the sentence, really. And
nice.
He's really fucked. I don't think he's gonna do well. Like, I think it's gonna go poorly for him because the sentencing it's like there's built-in rules. Like, so the minimum sentencing for like the 3 obstructions is like 6 months. right? But then if you've done it
Right.
multiple times, they just take 50% of the sentence off for each additional charge, and he's already admitted to 3 of them. Well, that would be
Right.
normally
Right.
2 months in prison or a hefty fine. But because of the exacerbation of him and like why he did it and the extremely obnoxious reasoning and everything, that is more likely to end up being about a year, just those 3 charges. And there's a very good chance,
Yeah.
because he's been very malicious to the people he made those deep fakes about, that those could both end
Right.
up being 4 years. So he'd end up with 6 years in total from that.
Yeah, I was gonna say the deep fakes alone are gonna fuck him up, dude.
Yeah, he might get somewhere between like 6 to 10 years, which is originally most people were saying, he might get 0 to 5 if it's really crazy. He's probably going to get like a year or 2 in prison at most, and like a hefty fine, or 6 months in a big fine that he has to pay off. He'll have to work off it like a work camp kind of thing, not like he can go get like a job at McDonald's. No, it'll be like pretty miserable
Cabbage
labor.
Farm seems
Yeah.
to be the,
Yeah,
seems to be the
cabbage
main
farms
one that
come up a
talk
lot.
about.
Yeah, they talk
Yeah.
about cabbage farms. But shit like that, and now it's like you're looking at the sentencing guidelines, and it's like he fits the maximum sentence guidelines to a T. Like there's really no question, and they're not known for being the most just. So yeah, he's fucked.
Yeah, it's yet to show any genuine remorse. That's for fucking sure.
Yeah, the lack of remorse, the fact that he did it to earn money and clout.
Yeah, he's fucked.
And the fact that he was harassing and trying to blackmail the people that he made the deepfakes of to try to get them to leave him alone. And he did it all on stream, so there's like clear evidence and demonstration of all of it. He was trying to like threaten the one girl that he did a deepfake of with outing her OnlyFans, and it's like, well, her OnlyFans doesn't have nudity, so it's not technically pornography, so it's not illegal, so that didn't really work. Never was gonna work, but it definitely puts him in that range of like the 4 years instead of a year. Like if he was recalcitrant and was apologetic and said, oh my god, I didn't realize this was such a big deal, I'll never do it again, I'm such a terrible person and I'm so sorry, he could probably get away with like 1 or 2 years, maybe 3 years and a fine. It's looking more like 6 to 10, I think, from the sentencing guidelines if they end up following them easily.
Yeah.
I don't, and no pity. I'm not like, I don't feel bad for him. He's a fucking piece of shit. But goddamn, he is just
and again,
fucked himself
beyond all that
so
other
bad.
shit.
Like he just keeps doing it.
And they clearly want to make an example of it. So that's definitely not working in his favor.
And
it's pretty much
looking
the worst
like
case scenario.
his little butt boyfriend Hanky Poo is might end up facing some charges here fairly soon. Numerous times where he's been wielding a weapon online in the streams, like swords and batons, and it looked like he might have had a taser or a gun or something on his belt at one point. They don't like that. They're not really good with that whole thing. You don't want them catching you with weapons, man. They don't really like the people over in the Philippines. Or not the Philippines, South Korea. They're not real big fans of being armed in any way. That's not going to go his way. That's going to really fuck him if they end up going after him. And I hope they do. I saw a thing where he was whining about apparently fucking why everybody's hating on him. And it's like, because you're fucking part of it, dude. What do you mean? You're just as culpable as Johnny. You were there for every fucking step of the way, asshole. Don't sit there and pretend like you're some innocent fucking person who had nothing to do with this shit.
Wow. He can't really believe that. I
think he was just trying to like make himself look better, hoping that was
Yeah,
gonna.
yeah, he's posturing
Yeah,
for.
like.
Oh, I didn't realize. How would I know?
Well, because they do he does
Dude.
that thing where it's like, oh yeah, it's not as bad as what Ice Poseidon did or Vitali or blah 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 blah. And it's like, who gives a shit? That has no
And then what
relevance
about
to
it?
what we're talking about. We're not
Yeah.
talking about them. We're talking about what you did. You want to
Yeah.
pretend that they're like
Yeah.
somehow mitigating factor because other people are worse? No, that's not how that works. You're just bad. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
they're
It's
also
just
bad,
shitty.
but that doesn't make you better. It just means you're still bad.
Yeah, that's a fucking weird, a weird fucking um mindset to try to fucking.
Well, it's like, those
Yeah,
people
there's
when the
no way he
police pull you
genuinely
over and
thinks
they're
that.
like giving you a ticket and you're like, well, yeah, but everybody else is doing 75. Why'd you pull me over for 70? It's like, yeah, he'll get them sooner or
Yeah.
later. He's going to get you. He can only pull over one at a
Yeah.
time, and you're the one that was it, and you should have done what you did. Like if I'm the one getting the ticket, I'm not going to sit there and bitch about everybody else driving super fast because fucking, I drew the bad lot that time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got the
Yeah.
unlucky. I was unlucky enough to get his attention for something, and now I'm the one that has a fine. And sooner or later, those other people will all get their fines too. Oh man, you know what? I'm gonna do some oatmeal and some fucking blueberries tomorrow for breakfast.
Yeah.
Just thinking,
That's
I'm
some
looking
good
up at my.
shit.
I have instant oatmeal, like some blueberry instant oatmeal, and putting fresh, real blueberries on that would be really good. Oh man, so the fucking what was it? I liked that video you sent, the one on Ethan and Hassan and
Yeah.
iDubbbz
Oh,
and all
Willie Mack
that.
one.
Yeah, the Willie Mack one. I've seen his stuff before. I think you sent me other videos from him.
Yeah, he's pretty solid. He's up there with the Oreo as far as integrity and shit.
Oh yeah, where he's not full of shit, making shit up all
Yeah.
the
Well,
time.
he's concerned. Yeah, he's probably even more so than Diorio because he actually does like Diorio researches shit, but not very intensely. You know what I mean? Uh, Diorio does enough, but yeah, Willie Mack goes really deep on the shit, dude. Like you'll find some shit you're like, whoa, where the fuck did that come from? So yeah, yeah, he's a very kind of an obsessive, like to an obsessive degree almost. So which works out well if you have a decent amount of integrity and that kind of obsessive mindset.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of like if Destiny wasn't a degenerate scumbag, I guess.
Ha.
But anyways, yeah, that's good shit. Oh yeah, dude, I was just playing. You probably didn't watch any of the stuff about the hockey guy. I'm guessing, right? That I posted a couple
I
days ago.
watched a little bit, but I'm not a sports guy. I don't really
Yeah,
get into
the
that
main thing was
stuff.
the main thing was the picture of him with the next to the fucking other guy, who's like at least twice his size. I thought that's
Oh
just
yeah, he's massive. Yeah.
fucking
But
crazy.
they were talking about at least
Did you
in the
watch the clip?
video.
Yeah, did you
Uh,
watch the clip of him doing the fucking 360 and scoring and backhanded goals? He does a fucking yeah, it's really short. Well, the whole clip is kind of long, but it's like three. It's like the actual action and then like two replays. But seeing it's like 10 seconds. Did you watch that or no?
I watched clips. I don't know if I watched the specific one you're talking about.
Right. There was something weird about that clip and clicking on it. It wasn't just playing the clip. It kept going back to the fucking beginning. I was trying to show my son.
Oh, because I watched the
Like
clip and then I
yesterday.
watched like the video. I started watching the video and I was like, oh, okay, he's really smart and it's all right. That's cool. And then I was like, I
Yeah,
think I've got the
yeah.
gist of
The other
this. I
one
don't
was,
know that I need to watch the whole thing to
yeah, yeah,
figure
yeah.
out like.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, he's a guy that just busted his fucking ass. Like he came up like as pretty poor, And just like especially over there, like if you're that tall, then just go play basketball. And he's like, no, I don't want to play basketball. I want to play fucking hockey. So he like kind of had all this shit going against him. He grew up in Slovakia, which is there's a decent amount of people that come out of there, but it's not you're better off coming up in Canada or fucking U.S. You know what I mean, or even Russia or
Oh
someplace.
yeah. It's not the kind of place you want to grow up if you have a choice.
Yeah. It's not ideal for becoming a professional hockey player. There's definitely better options. Yeah, so yeah, I was
Oh yeah.
working against him again. He just kind of fucking was like, no, fuck you. I'm gonna do all this shit, including fucking getting up at like 4 in the morning every day and fucking doing flexibility exercises so I can move on a hockey court, a hockey rink, and
Oh yeah. Well, he seemed
even
like
early.
he was very what do you call it? Very like intelligent.
Yeah,
So he
intelligent,
recognized like
very fucking
I gotta
determined.
be the guy that's putting in the extra hours. I gotta do, I gotta be the one practicing this stuff over and over, and very diligent.
Yeah, yeah, and even like the first team that drafted him, like didn't seem to know what to do with him. Um, so he kind of didn't do much for like the first 5 years or whatever. But then I got traded to another team, and he's like, "You got a guy this tall, like he can cover an insane amount of the fucking rink on defense. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, use that." And yeah, he ended up being a fucking Hall of Famer, dude. So it's whatever. It's an interesting story. But yeah, no, I was just playing the game. I just thought of it again because I was playing the game. I was playing as the team he played for the year I bought this old ass game from 2019 when he played for the Bruins. So that's what, and I got in a fight, and it reminded me of the fights because there are people that try to fight that guy, which is
Wow.
fucking nuts. Yeah. I don't know. I assume at some point he might have like accidentally like lost a fight, but I remember watching one of them where the dude he was fighting was like 6'6", like 240, and he's just fucking with one hand just ragdolling this guy. You know what I mean? A dude that's fucking huge himself, 6'6", and fucking not skinny, and he's just fucking grabbing him with one arm and just shaking him around like he's nothing, dude. I'm like, why are you fucking trying to fight this guy? He's fucking, he's huge and he's fucking pretty intense, you know. But yeah, that was pretty funny. All right, and enough of that. I'll stop bugging you about
Why would you try to fight
Zdeno.
anybody in a hockey match though? Like you're just gonna get a penalty.
Yeah, well, no, they both get penalties, but yeah, dude. I'm sorry. All right, you're gonna get me started on hockey. Do that. I do that to my son enough. I'm trying to get him into hockey because he's a sports guy. But yeah, hockey's got a lot of unique shit. Like if you get in a fight, you're not like ejected from the game. You just have to go sit in the penalty box for like 5 minutes. Like that's all that
Yeah, but your
happens.
team
Both
is
guys
down
are
a player.
in the fight. No, you're not. No, because both guys that are in the fight go to the penalty box.
Oh, I thought it was only
In
whoever
both
started
in
it.
both teams. Yeah. There's no. You're not. Yeah, neither team's down. Yeah, just regular any other penalty. That's pretty much true. But it's kind of like an offsetting penalty, I guess. And no, you're not going to do that. Yeah, I'm sure you're familiar with offsetting penalties in football,
Not
right?
remotely. Yeah, not remotely.
Yeah, but anyways, no, it's still 5-on-5. It's just those two players are out for 5 minutes.
Oh.
Yeah, they just can't play for 5 minutes. And since they work in like they go in shifts anyway, like a shift is like 3 to 5 minutes. So it's like them missing a shift. You know what I mean? Like it's not a big deal at all, which is fucking insane. Because any other sport, like you're generally ejected immediately and probably going to get fined for getting in a fight on the fucking, you know what I mean, on the playing surface. You're usually going to miss like a week of fucking games.
Oh wow.
And you're probably going to pay a big fine. And in hockey, it's just you got to go sit in this box for 5 minutes, and then you can get right back into the game.
Honestly though,
Yeah,
I
it's
prefer the
definitely.
hockey's method because it's like, you know what, you have a bunch of young men at their physically most fit athletic prime in like a competition for serious fucking money. Yeah, dude, people are gonna get
Yeah,
fucking heated, man. They're
full of
gonna throw a punch here
testosterone.
and there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah. So it is probably more realistic, I guess. It's kind of fucked up for other sports to just kick you out and suspend you and all that shit and fine them.
Yeah, it doesn't make
Yeah,
any sense to
dude,
do the fining and stuff.
and
It's
it's a
like, yeah,
crazy.
you don't want to
Dude,
encourage it, but at the same time, like, come on,
yeah,
people are human. You can only expect so much.
dude, the best ones are because you can't like I think it's a penalty like game misconduct or they will kick you out of the game. If it's like not during the actual game time, like before the puck is dropped or before the play actually starts. For some reason, um, if you start fighting when the game isn't actually happening, I guess like whatever in a break of the action,
Mm.
it's a serious penalty. So a lot of times, like everybody knows a fight is about to happen. Like the guys will be standing like right next to each other, right? And then as soon as the puck is dropped, they both drop their gloves and start fighting. And it's the funniest shit ever, dude. I don't know. I think it's really fucking funny because everybody knows it's going to happen, but they still have to wait. Like you know what I mean? They're pissed off at each other. They want to go at each other, but they still have to wait for the fucking puck to drop. Hmm. Yeah, I'll see if I can find a compilation of that shit because it's so fucking funny.
Well, I would imagine there's
Where they're like
situations
in
at this point where it's expected.
mm,
Like if
yeah.
you
Oh
don't
yeah,
fight the
yeah. No,
guy
you can
or start a
tell. Like
fight,
I said.
you're not doing the right thing. Like you're.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're doing some dirty shit, like there are guys on the teams. It's not like
Well,
it's
it's like
not
a.
as much as it used to be, but there used to be like two or three what they called goons on every fucking team. That like if you fucked with like a star player or were just doing some dirty fucking shit, those goons were gonna go into the game just to beat the shit out of you.
Yeah, I
Like
was
they
gonna say
were like
it's like baseball where like if the other team fucking pitcher hits your players enough times as the pitcher, you are expected to start hitting their fucking players.
yeah,
Like your
yeah,
team
yeah. That
is they
definitely
want you
happened.
to hit the players. It's not like it's not even malice. It's just like, look, you got to protect your team.
Mhm.
And if that
Yeah, it's
pitcher
a
is
tit for tat kind of
fucking
thing.
beating people left and right on purpose, it's not like an accident. Hey, accidents
Yeah.
happen, wild pitch happened, but the second time, that's not an accident anymore. He's trying to injure your fucking players, and you got to fucking step up for your team.
So yeah, that's it. That definitely still happens, but yeah, back in like the '80s, even up through the '90s, yeah, that shit was crazy because there were guys that literally that was their purpose. Like they could skate well enough and fight well enough. They didn't really have any other hockey skills, or at least not like professional level hockey skills, I guess I should say. So yeah, they were on there just to take it, to fuck up another player if they were fucking, being an asshole for whatever reason.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, so like for like Wayne Gretzky, like if anybody fucked with Wayne Gretzky, there was a guy, you know what I mean? There were people coming in to fuck up anybody, even if it was a legal hit, they'd fuck them up. You know what I mean? So like it'd be very well protected because even if they hit him legally, they'd still get pissed and fucking beat the shit out of him.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. There's
Yeah,
times when you gotta step
yeah,
in. You gotta do what you gotta do.
yeah. You gotta protect your guys.
Oh, what was it? Was there anything new? Oh yeah, that looks exactly like the boysenberry syrup, but with blueberries. Yeah, I gotta get some of that. That sounds good. Blueberry syrup. Have some waffles with it or something.
Yeah, that's good shit.
Oh, I'm guessing you didn't watch the new the thing where Trump got 100 votes on the Senate. 100 out of 100 out of 100.
No,
So
no, I meant to.
that was a softball one, right? That was a what do you call it? Like a
Like you can't disagree with this kind of thing.
yeah, like
Basically,
nobody wanted to disagree with that because that was not gonna fucking work.
mm.
Um,
I'm surprised that exists nowadays. To be honest with you, Even now.
It was removing taxation from tips. So, like, if you're,
Oh, okay.
if you're working at a restaurant or a bar or something like that, and it's to the point where like it has to go through the what do you call it, the House of Reps. Like, it went through the Senate, now it just goes to the House of Representatives, but then it'll be, no, you don't have to pay tips for, or you don't have to pay any taxes on your tips as a server or whatever it is that you earn tips doing.
Yeah, no, the House, it goes through the House first. The Senate's the last one.
All right, well, don't know why it went through the Senate instead of the House first, but it's not going through the House first, so.
Really?
That's what they were saying in the article, in the videos, so, like, I'm pretty sure the Congress people knew.
I thought that was literally, I thought that was literally how it always goes.
I don't know.
Holy shit. That's fucking weird. All right.
Yeah, all I know is what what they said in the thing with the people from the Congress peoples. So that was from Ted Cruz talking about it. So it's definitely not going that way. I don't know why. It makes sense what you're saying, because I'm pretty sure that's how, like, that tax stuff is supposed to go. But
I thought everything was supposed to go through the House first. That's fucking weird.
No, there's stuff that goes through Senate before it goes through the House.
Okay.
No. Like, it's like, doesn't, like, impeachment go through the Senate first?
I don't think it does.
Are you sure?
No. That's why I said I don't think it does.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it goes
through I am not positive.
Pretty sure it goes through
the Senate
that's
why I
was
saying that.
How does impeachment work? Let's see.
Process. Alright. 2 steps. The House of Representatives initiates the process by drafting, and the Senate then holds a trial to determine guilt. Okay, that's
so it
AI.
Starts in the House and goes to the Senate afterwards. All right, fair enough. I think when you're looking at, like, just basic facts, the AI is not usually wrong. It's whenever like that. Whenever it becomes a political issue. So, like, if you're saying the Nazis in Nazi Germany were left wing, and they'll tell you, oh no, they were right wing, and it's like, it's obviously this is just not true. Like, they were socialists. They're all their talking points were the same as our Democrats are now. Just take out white people and put Jew, and that was the fucking Nazis,
Right.
The Democrats are essentially the newest Reich. They're just going after white people and not only Jewish people this time.
Oh shit! That reminds me of the Rachel thing. Right before the show started, I was watching a show that was covering. It was like a local channel in Houston was actually talking about black fatigue.
Black fatigue? What sort of bullshit is that?
No. This is you're reading it wrong. Black fatigue is being tired of black people being like, can do no wrong kind of thing. Like, white people are getting tired of, or everybody, a lot of black people too, I think, are getting tired of like even criminals and fucking horrible people getting a pass because they're black. So that's what the fatigue is. We're getting tired of this shit.
That makes sense. I thought it was more of the. It sounded more like the ancestral trauma. My fucking ancestral trauma. What is the fucking?
It does
There's
sound
another term for it, but you know what I mean, like that fucking like. My ancestors were traumatized, generational trauma stuff. It's like, that's not how that works. I've worked in mental health for over 20 years. You do not inherit trauma from your fucking family, you retard. Like, that's nonsense. It's like, no, you don't have generational trauma. You're just mentally retarded. That's what you got from your
I remember being younger.
Parents
with the whole.
We're fucking each other's fucking down behind the house, because they snuck out of their rooms or whatever because they were fucking related. That's
Oh fuck. Yeah. No, it's like the concept of white guilt. In my teens,
I get so tired of those fucking white people that are like, I have to bow and scrape and kneel because, like,
it's so
people
disgusting.
that I've never met did bad things to people that that I've also never met, and none of the other people have ever met. You know, none of these people are actually involved in any of this that's going on right now, but I still feel really bad. Because I want
Yeah,
points on
yeah,
fucking Twitter. I want Twitter likes, so I'm gonna fucking pretend to be like this little fucking angel.
yeah, yeah. It's an
Fucking apple
insane. It's a
polishing
ridiculous.
cunts.
Yeah, it's an absurd concept. The inherited guilt for anything is a pretty fucking absurd
Oh,
concept.
that is one
Um,
of the most obnoxious like concepts.
yeah, yeah. Because you got to think it well, especially at this point, like because I feel like the fetishes, because it really is obviously not sexual or not completely, but like the fetishization, it's like a fetishization of minorities, especially black people nowadays.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
it started in the '90s, so like how many? I feel like it started in the '90s. Maybe I'm wrong on that. But I feel like that's when it really it started kicking into gear. So I'm like, how many like young black people have really suffered any serious fucking racism or any at all? You know what I
Well, you
mean?
know, you've seen
They're
those
very
things where
angry.
like black people who are like activists and stuff like that are interviewed, and people are like, "Oh, so what racism have you ever experienced?" And it's all just nonsense. Like, no, there's never any real
Yeah,
racism. It's
yeah.
like
This cop gave me a ticket when I was
yeah,
speeding.
I didn't get picked for the fucking team until last. It's like, well, were you any good at the sport, or not? Because like well, you know, the
Yeah, yeah.
librarian shushed me because I was talking in the library, or I was talking aloud
Hmm. Yeah.
in the theater, and they were racist because they told me to be quiet, and it's like, or were they just telling you to be quiet because you should shut your fucking mouth in a theater and not be an asshole?
Yeah,
You know, like
yeah.
it
I
had
get
nothing
that
to do
it's
with
almost
being black. It was
exclusively.
just
Yeah, I get that it's almost exclusively your race that does it when it happens, but that's not racism.
maybe I just grew up with shitty people, but I had friends that would talk in the theater all the time. There were
Yeah.
multiple people I knew that like they would go see a movie, like we'd go see a movie, and they could not shut their fucking mouth during the movie.
Really? Like in a theater?
In a theater,
Wow.
man. Like I would just there were I
Okay.
stopped going to movies with a bunch of different people for that.
Wow. Yeah,
There
no,
were
I
people where I just
very
couldn't
rare.
do it. I just couldn't fucking do it.
Yeah, yeah, no, I very rarely have heard people where I'm at, even black people, regularly talking throughout a movie.
Yeah, it was the weirdest shit, man. It was like, how the hell did you make it this far in life thinking it's totally
Yeah,
cool to
that's
just sit there and
acceptable.
fucking chat away in the
Mm,
theater talking about everything? It's like,
mm. Yeah, no, I haven't seen much of that at all. I'm very fortunate, I guess.
yeah. I had like at least two different friends that I stopped going to movies with and just couldn't do it anymore because they were constantly
Like,
talking
you
in
just got the
theaters,
fuck
like
up.
when we'd go, and it's like I have eyeballs. I saw what just happened. You don't need to fucking recap what just happened in the fucking movie to me. We're sitting next to each other, asshole.
Yeah. So it's like watching a movie with fucking Sniper Wolf.
Yeah.
Oh my god, these are just. Yeah,
Except Sniper Wolf has got really nice titties, and maybe you could get lucky
right.
and get
That
her
was
in
a
the
bit more
fucking
pleasant.
dome and shut her up for a while, you know?
Right. Oh, fuck.
Like, even though you know you're not going to get blown by her, at least you have that fantasy of, like, I could just grab her by the back of the head and shut her the fuck up.
Right.
Because she's obnoxious talking, but if she wasn't talking, she would be, like, hot. So,
Yeah. Yeah, if my cock was in her mouth, she'd be pretty tolerable.
oh, man. Oh, God, that Taylor the Fiend guy. I like
He's
his
he's a little too
responses to
militant.
the videos, but some of the stuff, it's like, dude, it's just wrong. It doesn't matter if it's a woman or a man. Like, you don't have to defend
Yeah.
every man
Yeah, yeah.
ever. Like there was
Yeah, and
one where this
he's
chick was
also.
mad because she got stood up on a date, and she managed to match up with the same guy that stood her up, so she stood him up this time. And I'm like, okay, they're both fucking assholes. But, like, obviously he's worse. He's the one that did it first. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's not like he doesn't deserve to get the same humiliation that he gave her.
Yeah, I also doubt her story. I have no proof or anything, but I doubt her story.
But here's the thing. I'm not trying to decide who's right. I'm trying to decide the morality based on the information that's given, because I can't tell whether or not either one of them's correct. There's sometimes when it's like, okay,
they're
sure.
both fucking close.
But
they're both
my guess is if you look at the what you're given as the facts, they're both wrong.
Yeah, he
was slightly worse. If she really,
he started it.
Like what she should have done that would have been better would be to show up to the date and be like, look, you stood me up a long time ago and it really hurt my feelings. It was extremely rude, and I wanted an opportunity to come and tell you to your face what you did and how I felt about it. Have a nice evening. I'm gonna leave now. Like we're not gonna fucking be going out on the rest of this date. Absolutely, that's the way to go.
No.
You're the bigger person. You're not doing the same thing they did, but you're getting an opportunity to confront somebody who did something very rude to you. And there's nothing wrong with that. But so she would have been correct had she done that. Obviously, she was almost as bad doing the same thing in the same way. But there's also times when it's just like it doesn't matter who's doing what. That's just a bad thing to do. You know what I mean? Like, like it doesn't mean like that the woman is right, but like neither is the guy. The guy's a piece of shit too. Like, let's not pretend he's some perfect angel. Like, we don't need to be doing that to prove the point that these women are bad. Like, they're doing it on their own. You don't need to make it look like you don't need to give your chosen opposition fuel for the fire.
No, he's fucking really militant. Like, some fucking retarded.
I suspect he's a virgin.
That'd be funny.
I'm not joking. Like, he just gives that vibe of like the guy who just can't get laid and is really mad about everyone else who's getting laid, because all of his stuff is about like, I'd never date this chick. You should leave her. And that just sounds like the jealous bitch that's hanging out with your girlfriend who can't get a date, and she's telling your girlfriend she should dump you because she's single and she wants her friend to be single and miserable too. It sounds exactly like that, but a guy form of it. But I like when he responds to that, because the fucking Reddit stuff is like everybody claps stories. It's like, these are all highly edited. None of this shit's true.
Yeah.
They're fun to listen to. They're interesting stories, but that's all they are. They're not real.
Yeah. They're fucking... I'd say like 1 out of 20 might be true.
Exactly, yeah. Well, I suspect that there was some sort of incident leading up to every one of those stories that was true.
Yeah, however, they wrote their
I think they're extremely edited.
Yeah, it's a fantasy ending for a truthful beginning.
Exactly. There was some sort of thing that actually happened in the beginning, and then you get the fantasy ending, and then everybody clapped.
Right.
And then the hooker gave the money back.
Yeah. All right, I know this doesn't matter, but I kind of want to lay out, I think her fucking story was pretty much that. Because what had originally happened, she made a video, like crying and complaining about the guy standing her up, and it went crazy viral. So I really think she was like embarrassed by that, and after a while, I think she concocted the rest of that story. I think she concocted the revenge part of it because she was embarrassed and wanted to fucking like look better.
That absolutely could be true. Yeah. I'm not debating whether it's true or not because I just don't know.
No, that's what I'm saying.
I don't doubt that that's a possibility. It's totally, that the kind of people that are making those videos, that seems pretty par for the course. I'm just like, I don't want to debate it because I can't know. I'm taking like a Nick DiOrio stance of, I can't tell you whether or not this story is 100% true. I suspect that all of these stories are drastically altered to make the person telling them look better, just as a general human thing. So I'm gonna go ahead with, based on the information I have, say what I can say without getting too into like, oh, that guy's lying. Now, if it's something like, Destiny saying something, well, Destiny lies all the time. I absolutely don't believe anything he says, and that's different because he has a track record of being a lying piece of shit.
Right. Yeah. No, and I'm strictly going on like
But
what is most likely
is probably true. I just, I would,
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like you said, it does not. Really.
I just like to try not to be too into that unless it's like really, really blatant. Because sometimes you're like, okay, that's never happened in the history of anywhere ever. So like it's like this is just such an unlikely possibility just in general like existence. Like there's no way that's ever happened. Yeah. Like not to her, but to anybody in the history of the world. Like that's just never occurred.
Yeah, no, they get really fucking ridiculous. Some of those stories, you're like, fuck you. This is not how.
Oh, you want the best ones?
It'd
the
be great.
Absolute fucking best ones of those? Like when you're talking about like and everybody clapped stories? Go look at like Nuclear Revenge.
Yeah. The ones that I find hardest to believe
are fucking insane, dude. If you've never seen those stories, holy shit. They're committing felonies and they're talking about it like it's fucking like a Tuesday. I'm like, you realize you're bragging about a felony on a public website where your information is probably stored at the very least as far as the IP that you're accessing it from. Like, I don't think I'd be saying that out loud on this or typing that on this website if I was you.
Yeah, I know a lot of the ones that I really question on those is the ones where go and then the divorcing her and she got absolutely nothing.
Those are the ones that I absolutely never buy. Like, I'm like, no matter how horrible that's how that happened because that's just not how our justice system works.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, oh really?
There's the rare thing, like you and 40 Mike, rare occurrences where the mom is just enough of a junkie that the dad gets full custody.
Yeah, but
those are rare. But even then, there's still usually some sort of visitation. It's almost never like.
Yeah, and again, if you're married for any decent length of time, a lot of these 10 years, they went to court and she had absolutely nothing. All right, or almost nothing. You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, even no matter how much of a cunt she may have been, I don't think that's how it generally works.
Here's the thing.
I could be wrong.
If you're married to somebody, you're supposed to be a team. And so maybe the guy did all the work in the business or whatever, and the wife took care of the home and the kids and all that. I think she's entitled to a fair portion of that money. She's the one that did all the other stuff that he didn't have to, so he could concentrate fully on the business. And that wasn't something anybody made him do. He chose to do it. And I think that there's a fair point of having that. As far as alimony, I think that should be eliminated entirely.
Yeah.
I think it's fair to say, like, hey, we work together as a unit and we raised this family and we got this house and made all this money and everything. Like, I think it's fair for her to get, like, half of that or 40% or something like, depending on
some part of it.
Whatever.
That's why I don't believe those stories.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's no way she got absolutely nothing.
There's never going to be a situation in which that happens. Well, I mean, it's possible, but it's extremely unlikely.
It may happen, but considering the amount of stories that seem to end that way, it's not happening that frequently.
Let's see here.
But again, a lot of those, the outcome is so fucking perfect, dude. You know what I mean? It's just not what happened.
Well, let's see. I'm trying to skim through some of these Nuclear Revenge.
Oh. I gotcha. I think everybody knows what we're talking about. I mean, well, nobody's listening anyway, but Yeah, I think we're all familiar with what we're talking about.
Some of these could be true. The first one I looked at was a neighbor with a pool that was over a property line without them realizing it, and they were complaining about the illegal shed in the other, their neighbor's backyard. So the neighbor with the shed was like, "No, it's all totally legal." So nothing happened. But your pool, on the other hand, is across my property line, and I'm gonna have to require that to be filled in. I could see that happening. That kind of weird shit happens all the time with property lines.
Is that pipicacas? Huh? Is that pipicacas?
Here's one where this guy is mad at some guy because he said some bad stuff or whatever. So he emailed stuff about what the guy said to every school he applied to, as if that would ever have any effect.
All right.
Like, I doubt that they would even read his emails.
Yeah.
Not to mention, you're playing with fire when it comes to those fucking those fucking lawsuits about slander, man. You better be able to prove he said whatever you're saying.
Right.
You better have hard proof, because if you're literally getting him kept out of schools with it, that's a pretty actionable lawsuit. He could probably get you for a good amount of money.
Yeah, that's a very, very bad idea. So yeah, although people are probably that, there are definitely going to be people out there that are that. Yeah, but if it working and him not getting busted for, again, slandering the guy, that all seems pretty unlikely. Oh shit!
Let's see what else there was.
Come on, you gotta do caca, pee-pee.
Oh, the fucking orcas left in the abandoned marine park video. That was some crazy shit.
Oh yeah, that one actually. I was like, what the fuck? Because there were like a couple of things that the government shot down. I'm like, what?
Yeah, the governments are the reason the orcas can't be fucking kept where they are in the first place, because they shut down the orca shows, which was the only thing that was giving them enough money to take care of them. It's like, no, before you shut the orca shows down, first you allow them to keep doing that until they can rehome the orca somewhere else. Then you shut it down in the future.
Yeah. But then, like there were like two. Come on, Pop.
And the dolphins.
Yeah. But it'd be interesting to see what the reasoning was for shooting down the two opportunities to have them rehomed. I think one of them, they said it was too stressful or something to move them to Japan.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's okay. So it's not stressful being in the algae fucking infested tanks.
Yeah, they're dying now, but
Yeah. We don't want to stress them out with a trip to a place that's not killing, or not killing them directly. I don't know. I don't know how you feel about it, but I don't like the marine parks as much as I used to.
Yeah, I don't agree with the marine parks, but you can't shut them down before you see to the animals' safety.
Yeah.
Like, because it takes a lot of money to support those animals, and when they all started, it was perfectly fine and legal, and no one thought twice about it.
Yeah.
So turning around and punishing them now with all this like horrible fucking cost and expense and shutting down their parks before they can like see to the animals' safety, it's like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah, it seems like a very it's like a virtue signal-y decision, right? Like,
yeah,
oh, look what a great job we did.
Look what we did.
Oh yeah, no, we didn't even think about the aftermath. And we're also going to be fucking huge dicks about rehousing these things. Yeah, and so it seems like something that was incredibly short-sighted to try to score points with the public or whatever, and then not bothering to follow up on, or even think through what you're doing. Like, I don't know how you don't think about it for 4 or 5 minutes, if it takes even that long, to realize, oh, maybe we should make sure these things get somewhere safe.
Yeah,
to
maybe the
another park.
safety of the animals should be the preference or the priority, as
Yeah.
opposed to like scoring points by saying we shut down those nasty parks.
Yeah. Like, Jesus, at this point, you might as well release him out of captivity into the fucking wild. Like, they almost have a better chance then, even though it's fucking almost not, almost a non-chance. Like, it seems better than letting him fucking slowly die
Yeah.
in an algae-infested tank.
So sad, man. So sad.
Indeed.
Oh man. So there's nothing new with Ian and the rest of those fucking losers.
Not really. Or at least not. Well, I guess we've been off 2 weeks, so I guess kind of a lot happened. Wait, in the last 2 weeks? Not much. I mean, he did the. Did we talk about his second round content deputy or whatever? Did we talk about that one?
Oh, I think we. I don't think
doubled
we
down
did.
like a fucking idiot.
Oh, not only did he double down, but a lot of his information was just flat out lies and like proven by his own video, which was really kind of sad.
Yeah, dude, the fucking craziest shit is it's fucking pretty obvious. Well, to me anyway, it's pretty obvious that Ian has no fucking idea what he's talking about.
Oh yeah, no concept whatsoever.
Yeah, he's literally just parroting the shit that these fucking idiots are telling him and acting like, oh, there's no way they'd lie. Or maybe he just doesn't care. I don't know what the fuck his deal is, but yeah, he's just fucking parroting
there's
shit.
a very, very good chance that Ian is Ethan, or not Ethan, fucking iDubbbz, Ian or whatever.
Yeah.
I'd wager there's a fairly good chance he's sociopathic to a certain extent. He's definitely narcissistic. Like, there's no question there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, anybody who thinks it's a good idea to say publicly, I just learned empathy at 32 years old. Yeah, it's probably something wrong with it.
That's not a rational human.
Mm-hmm. It also doesn't appear like he has a lot of empathy that he thinks he does.
Well, a lot of narcissists are actually really fucking dumb, too. That's the thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, it's genuinely undeserved, like, belief in their superiority. It's like, not only do they think they're superior, they're just fucking stupid, too, which is just sad.
Yeah, and and also if they fucking mark in their heads that somebody is superior to them, which is very rare, yeah, that person can't possibly be wrong. Like, I feel like that's a big part of it too.
Oh yeah.
And Ian and Anissa, both of them seem to be nearly psychopathic. And if they've fucking tagged Hassan as being smarter than them, more knowledgeable, then they must have assume he
Hassan,
must be correct.
Who just got fucking dumpster fired in that debate. Like, he just got fucking owned. He didn't even know his own sources. Are you fucking serious?
Dude, it was amazing. Yeah.
But again, I don't really know this source. What do you mean you don't know this source? You're using it as support for your fucking debate. Like, you can't not know that source, you fucking idiot. Like,
oh yeah, Ethan definitely knew that going in, I'm sure, because he jumped on that immediately. The Finkelstein guy or whatever. Here, let's listen to what else he said.
Oh god, that was sad.
Fucking nuts. It was fucked up, man.
So fucking
sad. It was glorious. Yeah. But again, him and his crowd going to somehow spin that, because they're fucking insane, into him winning somehow, and that Ethan just lied about everything. You know what I mean? Yeah, so it's god. Fucking... Dude, yeah, because again, I'm no big fan of fucking Ethan. Like, he seems to be less of a fucking prick than he was for like a decade or whatever. So I'd definitely take him over those guys. But
I think
yeah,
Ethan wants to be a good person, and I think he's surrounded by people that are feeding him left-wing bullshit. And I feel like he's starting to fucking... Because he's not an idiot, but I doubt he does a lot of research into any politics, really. other than
I think he did
specifically
for
what he
that
was
debate.
talking
Yeah.
about with like Ian, other when he was debating
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
Hassan about Ian. Um,
Yeah.
and so I suspect he's on that road. I think like Nick is on the same road, where
Yeah.
eventually they're gonna
Yeah.
end up being conservative because they're just not there yet, but they're like on the road of figuring out like, oh wait, everything the fucking left wing says right now is just total bullshit. Like it's not
Yeah.
that the
Yeah.
conservatives are like always right, but they're not basing
Mm.
anything on just like, well, my feelings are hurt. They're basing things on like, well, these are the numbers, these are the facts. This is what we think will help.
Yeah. 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 I mean, it's kind of how like we all are. I mean, most of us are going to be
Yeah.
more liberal younger, and then we're going to learn about how the world actually works as we get
Oh yeah,
older.
absolutely,
Yeah, it
absolutely,
usually
dude.
takes to like mid to late 20s is right around starts. So Ethan's a little late on that aspect of it, I guess. But yeah, he's getting there.
Oh yeah, I mean
Hmm.
there's an average, but yeah, there people do it all at the same pace. And so I have a feeling that they're both
Right.
going to be like middle of the road kind of guys eventually, where they're like
Mm.
not not very left wing, but maybe still have some left wing tendencies, but mostly fall on the conservative side. Because right now, a lot of the stuff
Yeah.
they talk about is conservative. Like they fall on the conservative side on a
Yeah,
lot of
they just
things.
don't realize it. Yeah, like the TDS
You know,
shit kind of keeps them from recognizing a lot of it, I think.
the
Because I
majority
think they
of
feel,
conservatives are fans of, hey, maybe we should just not kill people in the fucking Middle East, not like Palestine is right or Israel is right. I think most conservatives fall on
yeah,
the no, they're both terrible, and we need to stop the killing,
yeah.
and that's what really should be
Mm.
taking precedence over this whole thing. So why are we wasting our
Mm.
time going back and
Yeah.
forth over like which side is right? It's like,
Mm.
yeah, the Israel like has been in it. I think I lean a little bit towards Israel because I feel like they're in a really tough situation where the terrorists are like hiding behind little kids and women,
Yeah,
and the
shit's in
Palestinians are
hospitals.
aiding them and doing that. Like it's not like there's
Yeah,
there's much
yeah.
option for them. So I lean a little bit on their side on that, but I still think that at the end of the day, there has to be
Yeah,
some
they're doing
other way
horrible
to
shit.
handle going after these
Yeah,
people that doesn't involve like
yeah.
murdering lots of
Civilians.
civilians. There's got to be some better way to do it.
Dude, that's the craziest fucking part about the split with Ethan and Hassan is Ethan thinking just no civilians should be killed is the main split.
Yeah.
Because
Oh yeah, and
yeah,
that's what
Hassan
makes
and
the
them
whole
they
thing
won't come
so
out and say it.
despicable.
Yeah, Hassan and them won't come out and say it, but they don't really give a shit about any Israelis or Jews dying.
Oh no, they just
And
want
they
they
just
just
only
want the
care about the
conflict to go on as long
Palestinians.
as possible. They're like a lot of those rhinos. As long as the
Mhm.
conflict is going on, we can keep farming money off of it because they don't give a shit about the Palestinians. They just want their fucking blood money, dude.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And again, I assume they're all raised. Well, again, Chink, his uncle, is raised in essentially the same family that caused him to not really not recognize that the Armenian genocide actually happened until he was like 40.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, he's gonna hate Jews and he's gonna fucking think Turkey's the greatest or whatever, and fucking yeah, like it's fucking glaringly obvious to anybody that's paying attention even a little bit that he fucking hates Jews, right? I mean, it's
Oh
pretty fucking
yeah.
obvious. Yeah, and it's funny to hear him deny it. Like,
Well, that's the
there's so
sort
many
of
things that
the
you've said that make that
standard.
obvious.
That's the sort of standard left wing character, though. Is they're incredibly racist, incredibly sexist, and hateful. Like
Yeah,
they're just full of hate. I don't even know like everything his son talks about is so incredibly hateful. Like
yeah, yeah. It's a
inbreds
weird
and
thing.
and all this other stuff, and it's like, man, you just absolutely cannot stand these like the Jewish people in general. Like this is crazy. Like
Yeah, Yeah,
how,
this is obviously all based in like emotion and fucking
yeah.
brainwashed since birth. Like you obviously haven't thought about this for yourself, or put any thought into it. You're just convinced that they're evil and they always will.
Oh man,
And
it's
I mean,
like
yeah,
I had
you
a
got
buddy of
with
mine who
that.
was very, very homophobic when he came to California. He grew up in Oregon, and he spent his time out in the fucking woods making pipe bombs and shooting birds and shit. You know, like just fucking around
Right.
with guns and
Yeah, someone
explosives.
outside of Portland, I'm guessing. I'm not in Portland. I'm guessing he was
And
raised in Portland.
he was talking about wanting to go out and beat up some fags or something because he thought that was like the cool thing to do or whatever. Like, I don't think he
All
ever
right.
actually did. He just, he thought that was like the cool thing because that's what they talked about in Oregon and shit. And he was talking about, they was like, yeah, what if some gay dude hit on you? I'd be like, I'd be very flattered. Like, I'm not going to be upset because somebody found me attractive enough to walk over and try to start a conversation with me. I'm going to have to shut him down because I'm not gay, but I'm like, I'm not mad that he found me attractive. That'd be weird. Like, why would I be upset with that?
Yeah. Yeah, unless he's like being really pushy and like grabbing
if he's being aggressive and won't fucking take no for an answer, we have a problem. But that's different.
Yeah.
And that has nothing to do with being homosexual and everything to do with being like not taking no for an answer. He's like fucking
right.
No means no, dude.
Like,
I
think
think
that problem. Yeah.
That should work for everybody. I don't think there needs to be like a debate on whether or not no means no. And especially if you have two men talking to each other. Like, you have less of an excuse to play that pretend, like, well, maybe he really wanted it. Nah, he didn't because you're both men, and you're not doing that weird, like, talking in fucking riddles game that women do. Like, don't pretend.
Right.
Like, I get it when you're like, well, she said no, Your Honor, but she kind of, she was sucking my dick at the time, so I didn't think it meant it, There's none of that shit. Men say what they mean. Like, they don't play those games most of the time. Some men rarely, but most men,
Yeah. Yeah, no, there was a guy I went to rehab with who, like, otherwise was a really great guy, but yeah, he donated into the, gay is bad shit. So I remember there was some kind of scenario they presented to us with, like, oh, would you go with this guy or that guy? And, like, one literally just the guy was gay. And all the rest of us were like, no, we're going with we're going with him. He's just gay. What the fuck? And then this one guy had a problem with that. He's like, I don't know, man. Tell him guys back at home. I'm like, dude, what the fuck, dude?
Well, it was funny that conversation I had with my friend where I was like, I would be flattered. I wouldn't be like upset. I'd be flattered. Like, I would be flattered if anybody found me attractive. I think had an effect because. But the one thing I think that it might have actually changed his mind, and I can't be sure about this, is he came over to one of my neighborhood barbecue things where my uncle was going to be there that night, and hung out and chatted with my uncle. And my uncle is very much a gay man, but he's not like the weird simpering,
weird
like,
effeminate.
Oh my God, super effeminate. Like, he has a fucking Porsche like a classic Porsche that he rebuilt from scratch, and like, he does all these manly things. Like, he's a machinist and all this other shit and stuff. So, and my buddy spent like a long time just chatting with him because he's into a lot of the same things. And after that barbecue, he didn't know. Right? So after that barbecue, he's like, oh, yeah, your uncle. I'm like, what did you think about my uncle? He's like, oh, yeah, he's pretty fucking cool, man, that Porsche and all that. I'm like, my uncle's gay, right? And you can just see his mind be like, beep.
What?
Fucking blew his mind. And so I think, unbeknownst to my uncle, he definitely, because after that, the guy, there was never any more homophobic shit that I heard from him, because I think he realized, like, oh, yeah, no, they're just dudes. Yeah. They're just dudes that like other dudes. I'm so fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, so I think, there's a big chunk of those types that are just like, well, this ever heard where I come from. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, so when they're presented with it, they're kind of like, oh, yeah, this is fine. Yeah. They're just people, it turns out.
And I thought that was funny just because, like, that was a guy that I hung out for a long time, and sadly, I don't know. I don't get to hang out with him anymore because his girlfriend, I think, decided that wasn't going to work for her. Yeah. You know how that works, right? Like, you got a friend, and suddenly you start dating someone, and then suddenly you're just not allowed to hang out with you anymore. Which is weird because of all the influences that could possibly be there. I'm the least negative influence in the world. I mean, I don't tell people to do shit that's gonna fuck them up, and I'm not like trying to get them into trouble. And I'm not the one that's gonna be like, oh no, we should definitely go drinking and driving. I'll be the one that's like, dude, we can't both be drunk. Like one of us has to drive.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was probably something like, oh, she's doing is fucked up, and he doesn't realize it. Yeah, that's
maybe
what
something
bitches
she
like
was.
that.
I didn't have anything against her, so like there was never anything like where I was like, oh, you should stop dating her, because I was like, dude, she makes you happy, fucking go for it, man. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
think
don't ever
girls
get
suss that
between
kind of shit
people's
out.
relationships, man. That's none of my fucking business. I don't want to get involved in that.
But yeah, if she's as evil as she might be, you know what I mean? If
Oh,
she's
I don't
good
know.
ending
Yeah,
friendships,
I was out pretty quick, so I didn't get much of a read off of her.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like any fucking person, man or woman, that is isolating, you know what I mean? That seems to be that.
Yeah,
do
no,
that
I
isolating
agree.
type
Oh,
of
no,
shit.
I 100% agree. I think you're probably right. I think there's probably some very negative stuff going on there that definitely.
Yeah, they don't want anybody that might have this guy thinking for himself in any way.
Exactly. Yeah.
Those
It
people
does
gotta
sound.
go
It's
first.
really dodgy and it's sad, but it's like. You know, I know better than to try to
Then
get
with
involved in that. You know, if he wants to contact me sometime down the road,
Right.
and he's chilled, and
It
it's all
turns
good.
out she was
It's
a real
water under the
bitch.
bridge. Don't care. Not gonna waste my time. I'm not gonna be mad about it or anything. Yeah. I don't like to hold those grudges. Like 4D Mike was the one that like decided to fucking block and delete me from his existence and call me a Nazi.
Yeah,
And
that
if he
guy
fucking
fucking
called me
prick.
up tomorrow, I'd be like, all right, cool, no worries, man. Because I just don't like holding grudges. It's just not worth it. You know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. No, it's fucking pointless. No, it's worse than pointless. It's counterproductive.
Yeah,
Wasting
you
your
only
time
punish yourself when you do
thinking
that
about
kind of
that
shit,
shit.
man. You don't hurt anyone but you. You know, when you do that shit. Yeah, absolutely. I'm not gonna waste my time hurting myself for no reason.
But yeah, literally worse than fucking pointless.
Yep.
It's just fucking making your life worse. Bothering to fucking think about that shit.
So many people.
Like, all right,
do
that
it,
guy's
nonetheless.
fucking nuts. Yeah, maybe he'll come around. If not, I'm gonna move on with my life and not think about it a whole lot.
There's the thing.
Or
There's
at all.
There's people that I would not choose to be around if that's the option. But
Right.
I don't actively think about them or
Right,
concern
right.
myself with how they're doing or what's going on in their lives or hoping anything bad happens to them. They're just out of my mind. Like, it's like, oh yeah, you're just somebody I don't have to think about anymore.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, all right, hey, whatever. If we're having a conversation and talking like this, yeah, Mike comes to mind. But I'm not thinking about him other than that, like, rare occasion. You know, it sucks that he's off, doing whatever he's doing. And
That one is fucking weird, dude. Like, because, again, I didn't know him.
He was kind of conservative when I met him. I guess he went over to the other side.
I think he's just a fucking angry person. I think he's like what happened to him with the wife and all that, and then
probably, yeah.
Up you, right? Yeah, I think he's just an angry guy now, dude. So
and he seemed really fucking depressed, really fucking depressed.
Yeah.
Like there was
never
never
his family
any
was
hope.
really fucking him over, right? Like I don't remember the specifics, but I remember like something was
he
going
was
on
one
with
of those
his family,
people where
really
like
fucking him over.
There was nothing anyone could do that would ever fix anything ever. There was no point in trying in any way. And it was like I don't know what happened to him in his life, but that is
kind of like Futter. Remember Futter?
Futter Nutty was like that. To another extent. What was his name? He went by Engelhardt. He was similar to that, and that was more of the thing, which to me was just kind of like I can't hang out with this guy. I can't hang out with people that are like, no, nothing can ever get better. You know, I can't do that. I'm not gonna put my fucking brain in that hole. And that's what it is. It's a fucking black hole that eats your fucking brain.
Yeah, that one sucked because Engelhardt was a funny guy, dude. I fucking miss him a little bit.
He was a great guy, but he could never figure out how to like tune in without coming over here, and it was just like it was really awkward and uncomfortable. And
Oh
like,
yeah. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, he literally wouldn't go, just fucking phone in from his place.
Yeah, and it was just
so
like, dude,
weird.
you gotta be able to like just. I can't have people here every single night like hanging out like that. It's just there's not enough room.
Yeah.
There's barely enough room for my chair in this room. Putting a second chair, and then there's nowhere, like there's literally nowhere to stand anymore. It's just like immediately upon adding a second chair, it's the most uncomfortable. The room is like 10 degrees hotter. Like,
right.
And this is before I had AC. It might not be as bad with the AC now, honestly. Yeah. And
that seems very odd. Now that because I didn't really know the dynamics. I remember you talking about.
Like, I like the guy. I mean, I still think he's a great guy. I just, it's like.
That's an odd thing.
The uncomfortableness of trying to shove everybody in the same room like that, plus the constant hopelessness of nothing can ever get better is just, I can't do that, man. I can't deal with that negative shit all the time, and I don't want to, because it's like there's a whole lot of things that are wrong, and there's nothing wrong about talking about things that are wrong, but like acting like there's just nothing that can be done and there's no solution to be found is ridiculous. Again, shit's looked very fucking dark over the last fucking decade. But it's you're still not just saying like fuck it. You know what I mean? It's never going to get better. There's always the possibility
the cycle of humanity.
Can improve, man.
Yeah, it took a while, but it's kind of getting there. You know what I mean?
It's not happening fast, but we're Trump did a lot in 4 years, and now he's got another 4 years to do even more, and then hopefully we can get like a Trump disciple for the next 4 or the next 8 if we're really lucky. Like I'd really like to see some opportunity for our economy to really get a chance under some really good conservative leadership to improve.
Yeah, it's hard seeing the liberals winning a fucking national election anytime soon. At least not legitimate.
Yeah, legitimately. The problem is, like, with all the illegal aliens, if they can't get them out of there, they're still swaying congressional seats and electoral seats that way. And so that's part of what's giving them, not to mention that they're illegally voting in the elections and there's so much vote rigging. Like, I don't believe for a second that California voted Democrat. Most of the people I know are and everyone I ever talk to is vehemently against a lot of this shit. The DEI stuff and everything like that. It's almost very few people that are really into it. And I think that is, and I work in a fucking group home. You know what I mean? Like it's not like I'm talking to like fucking hardcore farmers or some shit. I'm talking to group home workers.
Yeah.
And they're all like, this is absolutely ridiculous. It's terrible.
Right. Yeah, that shit seems to be on its way out too. Yeah. I mean,
we haven't had another training where they called me racist yet.
All right. Yeah, that's nice. You can get a nice stretch without that happening.
That was fucking hilarious. Like, I'm sitting in there, and this lady was, like, talking about how, like, if you're a white person, you're just racist, but you don't know it. And I'm sitting there going, like, I have, like, black people in my family, right? Like, I'm not, like, I've grown up looking up to a black man. Like, that's...
Yeah. It's like, okay, you're saying literally everyone is.
You're telling me I hate him? Sure, okay.
Like, right. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, if you're wanting to pass off just in some way, like, okay, so it's pointless what you're talking about. Gotcha.
Yeah. Immediately realize that anything she says from that point on is going to be nonsense. It's not hard. Hard to fucking figure out at that point.
But yeah, it's being fucking roundly rejected and has been. Like, it is frustrating that it's taken this long, since it's, again, quite obvious that, again, more and more people every day are getting fed up with this shit.
Well, we also
And I don't think
did away with the.
I don't think it was ever a majority of people that bought into this. I don't think that it was ever a majority of people
They
anywhere.
also didn't redo the training where they were talking about how like everybody like you can just switch back and forth with your gender surgically and it's totally fine.
Yeah, like those are some really fucked up things, dude.
That was
When you
a
start spreading
crazy
shit
one.
like that.
That was a crazy one. That one bothers me because when you're telling people that, like, there's people that just don't understand, like the
Yeah,
reality
if they're
of
gonna
medical
believe
procedures. They're gonna believe exactly. They're gonna believe that, and it's really unfortunate.
wow, you really want to push up that 44% number. Apparently,
Yeah,
you're gonna be feeding people that bullshit.
because
No,
I'm,
it's
I'm of the
no, you're
opinion
dead.
is as
Yeah,
long as you're an adult, do what you want. Like, so if you wanna go out and get
yeah,
like gender surgery and all that kind of stuff, and as an adult, go for it. I'm absolutely against anybody under the age of 18 doing it. I think that's despicable. Um,
yeah,
but I
yeah,
do think that regardless of who is doing that, whether they're planning to or not or whatever, I think they need to be given the truth. Like they need
yeah.
an honest, unbiased
Absolutely, they
uh,
fully,
uh, idea
yeah,
of what the
fully informed.
risks are. Like here's the benefits, here's the risks, here's the potential dangers, and here's the like you could potentially undergo therapy for a few years and end up in a place where you're happy where you are without going through surgery, and that would probably be far better for
Yeah,
you. If you
dude.
get the
Yeah, that's
surgery,
the
you're
thing that
increasing your
blows my
risk of
mind.
cancer. You could potentially have complication with the surgery. You will no longer be able to orgasm. You will no longer be able to
Yeah,
have children. They need to know that these are all things that could potentially happen. These are major issues.
yeah, yeah, and that's
And
the
it
other
is not
thing is,
reversible. Like they pretend it's reversible. It's not.
yeah,
It's not real.
yeah, and again, like how long is it going to go on for, you know, yeah, whatever the information comes in, you know what I mean, about how bad that, horrible an
Yeah.
idea it is that kids do
Right.
that shit.
And if the people
And
know
the worst
exactly
part,
what they're getting into and they still want to do it despite the risks, then
yeah,
that's their choice. And I have no problem with them doing that. As an adult,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
fine. As
Well,
a child, absolutely not. I
yeah,
think you
what
should
I
have to be
consider really
21
evil,
personally.
yeah, what I consider really evil of this shit, where they're letting kids do it, is there's already a lot of information showing people that were like, yeah, no, I was convinced I was in the wrong body, the wrong gender. As I got older, I realized I was gay or lesbian. Like that's a vast majority of them. You know what I mean? So I mean, we kind of already have the information that it's really best to wait,
Yeah.
and they're still fucking, you know what I mean, spouting this shit. You know, like,
Oh,
yeah, out
like
of all of the information we do have, it seems like it's a fucking terrible idea to just do it for the, again, incredibly small amount of people that are going to end up being trans in adulthood.
yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, it's
And
pretty
it's like,
fucking disgusting. It's like, wow, you don't really just don't care about these people.
no, well, it's a
Like, you
billion
just
dollar
have an
industry.
agenda.
Like, there's billions of dollars being
Yeah,
made, and I think a lot
yeah.
of people don't realize
Yeah,
how
that's what's
much
pushing it
profit
more
is
than
going
anything.
into this, and like, yeah, maybe you
Yeah.
should really think about whether these people care
Yeah, it's
about you
incredibly
or
profitable.
whether they just want to
Yeah,
make money off of you. And it sounds to me like they want to
yeah,
make money more than anything
yeah.
else.
Yeah, and again, it's like, because again, they will expensive to do all this shit, which means it's incredibly profitable for whoever's doing it.
Yeah.
So they're going to want to make it happen more and more and more so they can make more fucking money, which is, again, pretty fucking disgusting.
And what's really gross about
But
it is they're
that
doing
over
it to little
the
kids.
profit
They're
over,
doing it to like grade schools and
yes,
junior high and
yeah,
high school kids, where they're getting them to get puberty blockers and all this other stuff. And it's like, you're giving them an
yeah,
exponentially, even if they end up getting out of it before they get like any sort of inalterable surgery, um, you're putting them at like a much greater risk of cancer for the rest of their life, like as just one side effect. Not to mention any of the
yeah,
other, like there's all sorts of other issues with like, it's gonna fuck with their bone density and like their puberty is gonna be really fucking not correct when they, like there's all these other
Yeah.
medical issues that can resolve from like not having gone through puberty correctly. Like this is stuff that like gymnasts were going through in the 70s and shit.
Oh
Because
Jesus!
it's
Yeah.
yeah. Well,
You want to
if
be
you're
more youthful.
below a certain body fat percentage as a female, you will not have puberty. Like you have to
Right.
have a certain amount of body fat to do that. But
I can't remember the reasoning, but I heard in Russia and fucking like east or wait, would it be west? Is it the Western Germany? Is the Soviet side? What the
I
fuck?
don't
Remember
know.
when it was east and western? Yeah, it would have to be west, right? Yeah. No, it would have to be east. Sorry, I always fuck that up, dude. But yeah, I heard stories of them where they would impregnate these fucking these girls, and then like terminate the pregnancy, obviously. But there was like some benefit to that, where they would literally impregnate these girls, and then obviously again terminate the pregnancy, fairly early on. But yeah, no, it's some pretty fucking
Perhaps
disgusting
the
shit.
muscle mass they gained from potentially the pregnancy, like changing their body
Yeah,
physiologically. I don't know.
yeah,
That's
there's a
crazy.
good chance of that. Yeah,
That's fucking disgusting.
although I don't know because they want them to keep a like a youthful, like you know what I mean, like they seeming more youthful seemed to be a benefit in gymnastics and all that kind of shit. And that was probably something different now.
Oh, I don't know, but that's
yeah,
crazy,
no,
man.
fucking
Whatever
horrible.
they were doing it
Yeah,
for,
it's
that's
similarly.
nuts.
Yeah, it's fucking disgusting. But yeah, it's kind of the same shit. Or I'm sorry, equally disgusting, I should say. Really, the same shit necessarily.
Oh, did you see the fucking screenshots for the fucking movie I was talking about with the siblings?
Oh yeah.
Am I wrong, or is that just like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Like that's not.
Yeah, it's got to be
whoever's
writing that shit in.
Like they're acting like a couple. Like I get that they're close, but that's not the way you.
Yeah, the touchy shit. Yeah, closeness got nothing to do with the touchy feely shit like that. What the fuck, man? It's like, all right, whoever's responsible for those scenes obviously does not understand what close means in like a familiar way. That it's different than a sexual way.
Yeah, I might give my sister a
romantic
hug
love
every
is
now and again or
familial
something. Like like I hug my mom. I used to hug my dad occasionally. Like that's normal, but like cuddling on the couch, that's a fucking couples thing, bro. That's not a sibling thing.
Yeah, that's fucking weird,
dude.
That made me it literally sounds
so
like whoever
watching that movie.
Yeah, whoever was responsible for that, or however, obviously don't probably have serious boundary issues, I would imagine, and don't understand that there's a difference between familial and romantic love.
Yeah, no, definitely not. They did not understand the difference there. I think what happened was, and this is my guess, the movie was okay. The writing wasn't particularly great. And so my suspicion is whoever was writing it really wanted to demonstrate to make the story more like hard hitting that the brother and sister were very, very close.
Yeah, and they just didn't know how to do that.
I'm guessing they didn't have a sibling. Physically.
Right.
And so the only thing they knew was like, oh, well, me and my boyfriend or me and my girlfriend used to do this, and it made us feel closer. Maybe that would demonstrate, like, for the brother and sister, and that was the thing they just didn't get. Like, no, that's you're using the wrong thing. It's very different.
Oh, fuck, man. Yeah, that's fucking weird.
Oh man, that was very entertaining. Oh, I did watch another movie that was pretty entertaining. Was I forget the name of it, but it was the whole basis was this guy had a sex doll or a sex robot, and he jailbreaked it essentially. Like
Okay.
he modded it so that it would violate the safety parameters and manage to get it to kill somebody. So that he could he and his friend could take the guy's money and he would like be dead, and because she was married to him, they would get the money and then split it, right? And then everything goes wrong because the sex doll is like really smart and it's like emotions and it's very angry or whatever. And it was one of those things where it was like, I get what you're doing for the story, but at the end of the day, they're robots. They don't really have emotions. It's not the only thing they can ever do is show
approximate
emotions,
it,
like approximate it for our consumption. Like they don't
they're not
have emotions of their own. They're not. They just don't. There's no way to give a robot emotions.
Yes, the positronic brain has not yet been invented.
Yeah, they can like imitate emotions and make it look like they're having emotions, but they're not real.
Yeah.
But it was very entertaining. It was one of those things where like everything just goes wrong, and so more and more people have to be killed, and more people have to die, and it just gets sillier and sillier as it goes along before you're finally like, all right, this is just fucking dumb.
Right. Like you had me, then you lost me. Went a little too far with it.
My favorite part was they had their gay friend over with his boyfriend, and then plot twist: the boyfriend of the gay guy is also a sex bot, or they called them like companion bots or whatever, but they're fuck bots. Let's not pretend.
Yeah.
And they had this very touching scene where the guy was like, "No, I've known I was a robot for a long time. I still love you. It's real to me. Blah blah blah." And then eventually,
I've known I was a robot for a long time. Wouldn't it just always know it's a fucking robot? Like what the fuck? They tricked the robots.
There was this whole thing about how the robots didn't know they were robots. They thought they were real people.
Oh, okay. All right.
And to me, like, I'm gonna be straight up here. Like, I am totally fine with people buying a sex doll or a sex robot or whatever. If you want to buy that, like, go for it, man. But I think the idea of having a sex robot and convincing that it's a real person is just awful. Not because it matters. The robot doesn't have any feelings. It's not harming the robot anyway because the robot's not a real person. It's just pretending to be in a convincing manner. But because as a human being, doing that to something else is just kind of fucking wrong, you know?
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
From the perspective of what drives the behavior is disgusting.
Yeah.
But I
guess it's good that it's happening to a robot and not a real person.
Yeah, better a robot than a real person. That much I will definitely agree with on that one, for sure.
But yeah, fucking weird to have showing off that type of person in the fucking movies a little odd, I guess.
Yeah, the whole thing was weird. But, it's, they don't actually have sex robots, so it's like, it's like one of those things like...
That wasn't Electric State you were talking about, is it?
No, I did watch Electric State. That was the one with the guy and the girl that were siblings. No, there were no sex dolls in that. It was like a kid's movie.
Yeah, okay. Oh, fuck, it's a kid's movie? That makes that even creepier, dude. Holy shit.
Yeah, the whole thing was like, it was essentially like a whole parable about slavery.
Yeah, no, I heard that was a bad movie. Like, well, it was first, right? I'm pretty sure. Or books.
I think it was based off of books, yeah.
Yeah, so they fucked it up, like they do everything, I assume.
Probably.
All right. Yeah, no, I remember hearing that movie was, but never actually watched it or
I don't even remember a whole lot of specifics about it. But
The
yeah,
movie was all right. It was a
everybody
lot
was
of
viewing
fun.
it.
I mean,
Oh,
obviously the
gotcha.
messaging was dumb as fuck, but like, it was fun as far as like entertainment value. The robots were kind of cool in the fighting, and it had what's his name? Oh, I can't remember his name. He was in Jurassic Park. He was Star-Lord.
Fuck, what is his name? No, not Chris Pine. What the fuck?
Chris Tucker? No.
No, fuck. I know exactly. Like, I can picture the guy. Don't remember. Isn't he the one that's like a conservative that almost got kicked out of, like, almost got blackballed being a Christian?
Yeah. But you know who I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, for sure. I almost said his name was Peter Quill, but that's just Star-Lord's real name.
But that guy was in Electric State, played like a what do you call it? Like an ex-soldier
Chris
from
Pratt.
the Robot Wars, Chris Pratt. Yeah.
Yeah, I knew it was Chris something.
It had the chick that played in what was that show with the upside down in it?
Fuck.
It was all the kids talking
Stranger
about
Things?
D&D all the time.
Stranger Things?
Yeah, Stranger Things. It had the girl from that.
Yeah.
The one that played
I
like
still
the
haven't seen that.
psychic, the psychic girl. She was the main girl, the one that had her head shaved in like half the fucking show.
I've
she
never
was
watched
in that,
it.
and she was actually pretty fun to watch. I'm not, I don't know about anybody's politics, but like as far as acting, she's entertaining to watch.
Millie Bobby Brown?
Yeah, that one.
The one that Rake was hitting on when she was 15 or whatever, right? I think that's the chick.
That's not at all surprising. All those fucking scumbags.
Dude. Yeah, that's some really weird shit. Like, no, I was just a big fan of girls basketball. And she played basketball. So I was texting her regularly at 15.
Yeah, that's weird. Here's the thing, all right? There are circumstances where it's not weird for an adult to be talking to a kid. When you're in the position of being like a mentor or like some sort of older brother kind of thing, you know what I mean? Like that does happen.
Right,
Adults
right.
do meet like teenagers and stuff. What was that movie? The Star Wars movies, right?
Right.
The kid that played Boba Fett's son didn't have a father. And so playing the guy's son, the guy was like, hey, look, you're on set. Just think of me like I'm like your dad, and I'll think of you like you're my son. And their relationship continued on past that as like a father and son.
Right.
And that's not like a weird sex thing or anything creepy or weird. That's just a thing that happens sometimes.
Yeah.
So
Right.
like that kind of stuff does happen in Hollywood and also in places where
Yeah, mostly it's kind of like whatever happened with Diddy and fucking Justin Bieber.
Yeah, like that's where it starts to get fucking weird, in my opinion. So, I like to play Schedule 1 a lot, right? It's a oh god.
Oh, the drug one?
It's the drug one, yeah. And there's a thing you can do where you what do you call it? You can block the cops in.
Oh wow! All right.
And I've done that, but it eventually has to be reset, and it doesn't work. I don't know if you can see my stream.
Oh, you bricked the game, dude?
Yeah, you park a truck in front of the police where they're standing there on the thing, and they can't get out to go patrol. And there's only supposed to be one cop car and one cop SUV. But since they can't get out, they just start to build up in here and keep reproducing more of them. I don't know if you can see the stream. I'm live streaming on the Discord.
Watch. I gotta click on it. Okay. Sorry.
And so...
Watch stream.
Yeah. Oh, okay, I gotcha.
So there's only supposed to be one cop car and one SUV at any point in the game. And the cops can't get out because they blocked their little entranceway with the truck. But slowly over the course of a few days, like, they build up more and more of these little vehicles. And, like, this one just popped out over the top and fucking landed on the ground out here. Same with this one over
dude.
here. Just because they're just
Jesus,
spawning
dude.
and there's nowhere for them to be. So I thought I would share that just because it looked fucking ridiculous.
Nice.
Alright.
What the fuck is that yellow thing, dude?
Oh, that was a skateboard. It's in my hand. Yeah, it's the golden skateboard.
Oh, okay.
Goes
All right.
fast.
Come on, man, we wrap.
It's a fun game. I think it's like $20 and it's a lot of fun. I would definitely recommend it.
Fucking dog, dude. He'll be like laying down, like, you know, regular, kind of, you know, with his head sitting up or whatever. As soon as I start petting his head, he like rolls on his side and like lifts his leg. He's like, "Yeah, you're gonna rub my fuck."
Oh wow!
Apparently, I was talking. Yeah, it's. I mean, obviously, he's just, you know, he wants his belly rubbed. But I was talking to my son about it, and he's like, "Yeah, when my girlfriend shows up, he just rolls over before you even touch him." Before she even touches him, he just rolls over and lifts his front leg, you know, his top front leg. Like, yeah, come on, you're gonna rub my belly. Come on.
Let's go.
Like, it doesn't even take scratch him on the head. Like, as soon as he sees her, he's like, here you go. Come on, let's get to it. You know you're gonna rub my belly. Come on. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. Aim in the butt. Aim in the butt. Yeah. Dude, I have to get up so fucking early to walk this dog now, dude.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because my son will drop him off around like 4:30 to 5, somewhere in that area. Or no, sorry, 3:30 to 4. Jesus Christ. And I used to just go back to sleep, and whenever I woke up, 9 or whatever, I'd get up, feed him, we'd, you know, walk to the store or whatever. But now it's like fucking 80 degrees at like 9 o'clock. Like, it's already like 88 degrees or something. Yeah. So now I got to get up at like 6. I don't have to, obviously, but I want to walk him. And so yeah, that's fun.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't hang out at the store anymore for reasons.
Yeah, you were saying about that asshole that wasn't taking care of her dogs, was letting her dogs just fucking... And you don't want to end up in a situation where, like, there might be any sort of, like, danger to your son's dog, no doubt.
Yeah, or even the other dog. Yeah, I mean, my son's dog obviously takes vast precedence. But I know what I'll... If they get in a fight, regardless of how it starts, I'm going to grab the 2 very large, very sharp knives out of my backpack and finish that dog off. Oh, poppers. So,
well, I mean, if the dog is dangerous, man, like, what are you supposed to do?
Yeah, so getting there early probably helps a lot, actually, too. Because I'm sure his owner, that bitch is not the type to be up at fucking 7 or 8 in the morning, so that's nice.
Oh,
so I have not come across. I also do it as little as possible, too. Like, because my son was like, dude, I don't mind taking you to the store, you know. Because that was definitely part of it, too, is I don't like bugging him for rides, even though it's only a few miles away. He's like, yeah, I don't mind doing that. It's fine. I'll take you to the store. I'm like, oh, okay. All right, cool. I think he's confused because I'm talking to you and then petting him. He thinks I'm talking to him. Silly boobs. Silly boobs. But yeah, now, because I would at least give him water and shit at the store, so he was kind of used to that. But now I basically walk him and we get back to the development, the little park-like areas with grass or whatever. So you have to walk a little further before I actually give him water and shit, but it works. He manages. Whoops. Even if he gets a little dramatic. Stopping at every fucking little bit of shade on the way back.
Yeah.
like every fucking plant that, you know what I mean? Like every bush, every tree to like fucking just pause for a good 10, 15 seconds at least before I'm like, come on, we got to get up here. I'll get you water. Oh, sorry. I'm not talking to you. I mean, I was
The
kind
dog will pause.
of. Pause. Because
Ah.
they have pause, you see.
Oh, did you like the video of the jumping cactus versus the solar death ray?
Dude, that was amazingly fast, dude.
I
Holy
thought that would
shit.
be. I thought that would be
Yeah.
empathetic.
Yeah, I was wondering if it would just explode or something, but yeah, it just kind of dribbled up, man. Holy shit. Hmm. All right. Oh, we were talking about the basketball thing earlier. You probably didn't watch the thing. In fact, you didn't really have to. The thing about the WNBA players, Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark.
No, I think I missed
I guess
that.
no. Yeah. All right. Yeah, it's not a huge deal. Basically, yeah, it's kind of weird because they've like since college they've had this alleged rivalry or whatever, and they came into the league last year was their first year, and this year the first game of the year they had their two teams play each other, and then there was a play where the fucking black chick, who's a fucking big fucking oaf bitch, she's like 6'3" or whatever, big tall oafish bitch, had a kind of a clear path to the rim. And in basketball, when that happens, you were the play to make is to foul them on purpose before they get to shoot to
Oh
stop
yeah.
them from getting an easy basket, right? And then they have to shoot free throws. So you hope they miss the free throws or whatever, right? Instead of guaranteeing them making a basket. That makes sense? I don't think you have to have an entitlement
Yeah. I get
sports
what you're saying.
knowledge.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So, anyways, so that happened in the game where the big fucking oafish black bitch has a kind of a clear path, and the fucking white girl, Caitlin Clark, like followed her like that. Didn't do it particularly hard, but did it, the way exactly how you're supposed to, actually. And that fucking
Better
big
to
bitch,
have
big
a
black bitch,
penalty shot that may or may not make a shot versus definitely getting
yeah, when it's
points.
almost
Yeah,
guaranteed,
for
yeah.
sure.
But yeah, but anyways, the fucking big black bitch like fell down and like threw up her arms like she had been fucking like hit with a sledgehammer or something, right?
Oh,
Like
like a
really
soccer
playing it out.
player.
Yeah, exactly. Like a fucking serious dive action. And then I got up and like tried to go after the fucking Caitlin Clark is a little white bitch. She plays like guard, like generally the smallest fucking person on the position on the court. And yeah, I was like trying to go after her, like she fucking, I don't know, smacked her in the fucking face or something. Yeah, so it was fucking really weird because like they actually upgraded it to a flagrant foul, which is again you get extra shots, you get the ball back, and some more penalties or whatever. And it was ridiculous. Like if anybody with any amount of objectivity it understands that's a fucking ridiculous thing to do. But anyways, that happened. But then there's like fucking all these fucking black commentators talking about how fucking horrible it was that the fucking little white girl did that. Which it's ridiculous. It's a
What? It's
ridiculous
part of the
position to
game.
have. Yeah, it's a ridiculous position to have. And I'm just like, what is fucking wrong with you people? Yeah. The other thing is too, like this is supposed to be this big rivalry, and the thing is, Caitlin Clark is really fucking good, and Angel Reese is just really tall and bigger than everybody, and her
Oh, she's
skills are
got the
almost
position
non-existent.
because she's bigger, not because she's
Yeah,
better.
well, dude, yeah, well, here's the thing, like, because I did this for like 3 or 4 years while they were in college, right? There was this huge rivalry between these two, and I didn't actually ever see him play because it's fucking women's basketball. I don't. There's nothing good about it. As good as Caitlin Clark is, I don't even give a shit about her. So I didn't actually see Angel Reese play. Again, the big black bitch. I didn't even see her play until like fucking like towards the end of last season. Like I'd never even seen highlights of it. Right. The first time I saw her play, I'm like, has she just never practiced? Like this bitch plays like somebody who just picked up a basketball like a month ago.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, it really seems like this bitch has gotten by just on being bigger and fucking stronger than
I
everybody.
think it happens in every
And
kind of sport though. There's people who just have the
yeah,
physical
yeah,
correct physical build. You
yeah.
know.
I've never, but even then, men or women anywhere, seen anyone with the lack of skills this bitch has. And this bitch
Oh, that's pretty
is
bad.
constantly talking about how fucking great she is and how fucking yeah, no, the popularity is because of me too. And like, no, it would have been happen. It would definitely be happening. Like the only reason anybody knows who this bitch is, if the rivalry hadn't happened for them in college, nobody would know who this bitch is.
Oh, that's kind of sad. Hey,
But,
I gotta
yeah,
hit the
but in her head,
bathroom. I'll be right
yeah,
back.
shit. Okay, all right, no, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I'm down, folks. I'm down, folks. Doubles, doubles. Yeah, nobody's listening anyway. It doesn't matter. Actually, maybe I'll check for a change. See if anybody actually did watch. I'm gonna actually pull it up. But, but, double. Yeah. Cake poop. All right, let me check. Yeah. Oh, it says two are watching. Well, now it's probably two. Yeah, no messages. Yeah, that figures. All right. That's as expected. Cha. Wow. All right, I think I kind of said everything about that, right? Double. Good boy. Good boy. I know it's no fun. It's no fun. I know. Be done soon, okay? I'll be done soon. Yes. That's all. Yes. That's good. That's good. Take it too. I know. Mm. Take you out in a little bit, okay? It's almost done. Okay. Take it too. Wow. Wow. Let's go get the ball. Go get the ball. I'm gonna go get it. I'm gonna go get the ball. I'm gonna get it. Yes. Grab it. Grabby. Where'd the ball go? I don't see it. Go get it, Papa. Get that ball. Yes. Yes. Oh, come on. You gotta bring it. You gotta bring it to me. Come on. You gotta give it to me if you want me to throw it. You gotta let me have it. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. Coming. Give me that ball. Yo, give me that ball. Boop, 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 boop. I'm gonna get it. What happened? You're not going for it. What happened? Oh, you want belly rubs instead? Oh, good stretch. There's a good stretch. Yeah, that's good stuff. Get the back rubbies. Get that. The head pats. Do the side rubs. Belly rubbies. Paw. Paws. They keep your paws. I'm going to keep them. Come on, let me have one. You got like four of them. Let me have just this one. I keep this one. I want one paw. You still have three left. Come on, let me have it. This one. Do the paw tickle? Yes, do the paw tickle. Oh, you bite me? Still gonna bite me? I do belly dead. Yeah, now you're gonna bite me. Huh? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, I do belly rubs. Yeah. Oh, where's the button? I thought I saw the button somewhere. Where is it? Where's the button? Oh, I did see it. Where'd the button go? Oh, oh my God, you're getting thick furs. Okay, I got a wash you tonight. I got a brush you, I mean. I got a brush you tonight. You've got too much furs.
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Poor puppy. I'm sorry. I just shocked your nose. That's not good. Get the ball. What about the ball? I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get the ball. I'm gonna get it. Yes. Oh, where'd it go? Give me that ball. Give me key. Give me key. Dad, you want to drop it? Drop it. Good boy doing the drops. Good boy doing the drops. Wow, where'd it go? Where'd the ball go? I don't see it. Where'd the ball go? It's up there. Look, Luke. Look, up there. Yeah, there you go. Oh, careful. Oh, careful. You gotta do the drops. Whoa. Get that ball. You be careful though. Hey, don't bite me. Where's to go get the ball? What happened? Get the ball. What happened? You don't want the ball no more? You want to bite me? That's not good. That's kind of good. It's okay. Yes, I'm gonna get yours. I'm gonna get you. Bloop, bloop. Yes. Ball. Ball. Yeah, I gonna pet your head. You can't stop me. I'm gonna pet your head. Yes. Yeah. Careful. Jeez. Scare me. Jeez. Holy shit, that's a long piss. You still gone? Whoa. Alright. That's fucking weird. Alright, Stabby, you still gone? Alright. I don't know what happened. Something happened to him on the way to the pee. No licks, weirdo. I know, I double too, but no licks. Crazy poop. Do the crazy poops. Go get the ball. It's right there. Go get the ball. Get the ball. Look. It's right there.
Back again. Sorry about that. Just didn't want to shit in my
Go
chair.
get the ball. All right. Piss, dude. Okay. All right. Now it makes sense. I'm like, holy damn, it's taking a long piss.
Yeah, it was like a weird sudden need, you know? Fucking the worst ones.
I hear you. Yeah, there you go, folks. Get that ball.
What was it? Oh man!
Yeah. Oh shit! I forgot.
I just got my package pre-opened.
Mm-hmm.
It was nice.
What? Luke, come on, get out of there. Get the ball. Get out. Come on. What happened? What? One of your family members opened the package?
Yeah, they opened one of my boxes.
Oh, I get it. Oh.
It's like, I don't understand. Like, it says my name on it. Like, why are you fucking not taking 2 seconds to read?
Yeah, that is pretty shitty. Oh, damn it.
Very not a fan of having my packages open. Not that it fucking matters. It was like some fucking heartburn medicine and fucking shoelaces, but...
Yeah, no, it's just the idea, yeah.
I hear. It's like, stay the fuck out of my boxes,
man. Yeah, no, it's the first thing I look at. The packages come, even if I...
Yeah, I'm not opening other people's shit, you know? Come on now.
That is bizarre. And, oh yeah, one of the other reasons I put up the fucking that whole Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, little white girl versus big black chick. There were commentators on ESPN, and one of them, Ryan Clark, was obviously on the stupid side of the argument. So what he did is another guy, RG3, Robert Griffin III. RG3 was obviously on the right side. So what Ryan Clark decided to say was something along the lines of, well, you've only married white women, so you don't know.
What?
So I thought that was an interesting... Yes, dude. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it made no fucking sense, dude. But he actually said it, dude.
What the race of people you're married to have to do with anything? Yeah, it's so fucking dumb.
Yeah, well, again, most of the people left at ESPN these days. They used to be called the
race baiters.
Leader in, they used to be the worldwide leader in sports, and now most people refer to them as worldwide.
Worldwide what?
Yeah, well, the worldwide leader in woke.
Oh, worldwide leader in woke. Okay, fair enough. You cut out just
Yeah,
after you said worldwide, and I was like,
oh, oh, perfect timing.
Just
But
for
yeah,
like a
no,
half a
there's
second too. It was really obnoxious. It was like, come on, man.
but yeah, there was two other like black female commentators that were going horrible. White, this tiny white girl did the proper basketball move and did the hard foul or whatever. But yeah, then those two were going, and he literally, again, because his argument was fucking moronic. You wouldn't know. You've only married white. You marry white women. Like, yeah, okay. Good job.
That is obnoxious. Like,
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, no, it's something that
you've
like.
only married white women. You couldn't possibly understand like something.
But yeah, that's it's kind of, that's the people that the ESPN has hired lately. Like, I don't know if I ever talked about. She was supposed to be a sports person, sports, caster, whatever the fuck, sports reporter or whatever you want to call it. But literally everything that she talks about is because of racism. Like literally everything. It's insane. Wow. Yeah, so she's literally just this fucking retarded activist that chose sports, I guess, as her target. Because it's like she has zero credibility. Because it's literally like, yeah, you know why you're not getting hired anymore? It's because we already know what your take is on any subject that pops up. We know it's going to be because of racism. We get it. Yeah, we don't need you to fucking say it. We don't need to pay you to say it.
In other news today, the Giants lost the Super Bowl because of racism.
Yeah. Yep.
It's not
racism.
The team just played better. No, racism.
Yeah. Yeah. So those were the type of people. Like she finally got fired because everybody got. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like,
at a certain point, no one wants to see that anymore, and they're gonna call in and be like, hey, can you get this dumb bitch off the air? We don't want to fucking see her shit anymore. We know what she's going to say.
Yeah. So they had actually But yeah, but the other people are not that much less fucking retarded like that. But you know what I mean? Like, it's weird. Because again, this just happened, and this guy's worked there, like, he's done a lot of like, Ryan Clark has said a lot of stupid shit like that, and makes a lot of shit about race that's, it's just not everything he does. It's just like 3/4 of what he does, I guess, is the acceptable amount of race baiting. But yeah, I don't know. It's bizarre. The whole situation is weird. It's like, it kind of bugs me still. Oh, the glasses bitch from the what was it? The escapes from the prison. Like, how do you not know that you cannot appear in public wearing glasses that ridiculous? You remember? With the weird green shit?
Those fucking purple ones? Yeah, they should fire her.
Yeah, purple?
They should fire her right now. Like, aren't they purple or are they red?
No, they're green.
Oh, God, I completely misremembered that. I even have to, the picture is literally the first thing that opens on the Discord. I'd scrolled up to that. Because I figured after the basketball thing that'd be funny, like a lighthearted topic.
Right.
And I just fucking got them completely wrong. Yeah, no, they're the most ridiculous glasses I've ever seen. And then,
I'm like, how do you appear in public? Like, how do you not know? Like, okay with fairly bold fashion choices, but like those are like cartoonish. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Nothing about that was at all okay.
Yeah, the fact that she's in charge of anything, makes me kind of nervous.
I don't I watched the video too, and I don't remember what it was she fucked up on, but it was one of those things where you're like,
yeah, it's like 11 guys broke out of prison.
That fucking dumb. Like, how do you excuse that?
Yeah, like a lot. Like, I don't know. But I feel like it's not in double digits normally. I feel like it's like 3 or 4 at the most when a jailbreak happens, but maybe I'm wrong on the stats on that.
Yeah, I don't know. That was crazy. That's that one where they tore out the fucking sink or whatever?
Yeah, and they went through behind the sink or some shit. Yeah, I already
they
forgot.
They arrested somebody who worked in the jail for that too now.
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah, there was somebody on the inside.
Yeah, I think they had some help from the inside. Yeah.
Yeah. Now I wouldn't be surprised if this bitch was in and just didn't get sold out for whatever reason.
Oh, somebody's knocking at my door. Hold on.
All right, sure.
All right, there we go. Sorry about that. Yeah.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, that whole situation was pretty fucked up, though. Like, that was a weird one. Like, just how many people got out.
Yeah. Yep. But mostly the glasses.
Yeah, no, those glasses were awful. Those are absolutely hideous.
How
Not
does
only are they
nobody tell her?
hideous, but just, like, incredibly
Like, they're, like,
inappropriate to be
childish.
wearing at work. Like, and a
Yeah.
news conference, no less. Like, that's not
Yeah.
time for
You're
your
appearing in
personal
public.
fucking, like, Rocky Horror Picture Show costume show. You know, it's like...
Right.
You know,
Yeah,
you're not
although,
Elton John. Elton
I
John
mean-
can go to a news conference and wear those glasses, and it's fine because he's Elton John, and that's his job, is to look ridiculous.
Right,
You know,
right.
Like,
Although maybe it was strategic because it's like the main thing I remember about the story. So maybe that was part of it. She's like, "Wow, I fucked up really bad. If I wear these ridiculous glasses, it's going to distract a lot of people."
it is a distraction. That
Seriously,
is...
dude. I actually think that might
That
be
is
part
impossible to
of it.
argue against it being a distraction. That is... Yeah, no.
I shouldn't say that's what I think, but I mean, I would not be if it turned out. That's why I think Pork and wore those ridiculous
Some
things.
incredibly, like, clever, like, what do you call it?
Misdirection, little misdirection action.
What do you call it? What do you call those people?
Look over
Like,
here,
they're
Spider-Man.
Consultants for public appearances. There's like a term for it. I forget what it is. There's like those people who, like, you know, you go to them to, like, deal with, like, the public. Like, they're the ones that, like...
Oh, PR firm? Like a PR firm?
Yeah, some
Public
PR
relations
rep.
firm?
Some clever PR rep was the one who was like...
Yeah,
Hey,
here, put these
wear
on. They'll
fucking
forget all about
glasses. Yeah, that'll be the thing they talk about are going to be these glasses, and they won't care about the escape.
Didn't she have like a weird like Jamaican accent? Too? Or like some kind of accent, right?
Couldn't remember
I'm pretty
anything,
sure.
but the glasses, if I'm being honest with you, man, I'm sorry.
See? She is very effective.
Yeah, I mean, I want it not to be effective, but it really is.
Right.
Everything you see is those glasses. It's impossible to notice anything else.
Yeah. What the fuck was the story about again?
You know, to be honest, if you hadn't mentioned the
Right, it's not
jailbreak,
that
I probably
bad.
would have forgotten that it was involving a jailbreak.
Yeah, no shit. Holy fuck, man.
Russia
good on
has
that.
disowned Vitaly. That's always so nice.
Oh, yeah.
The
That
Russian
was crazy, dude.
ambassador to the Philippines was like, yeah, no, don't be like Vitaly. He's a piece of shit. Follow the laws of
Yeah.
whatever country you're in.
Is he actually from Russia? Vitaly originally?
Yeah, he is Russian. He's not American. He has a green card in
Okay,
the US,
so
but
not
he's
like
not American.
Yeah. Okay, not ethnically Russian, but... Alright.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember if that was...
So
what
when
the deal was
Vitaly
with
gets
that.
out of prison in the Philippines, he's probably not going to be allowed back in the U.S. He'll probably have to go to Russia. His green card will
That's
probably
why.
get revoked.
Yeah, most likely. So that's why Russia's like, yeah,
definitely. Not even most likely, definitely. Like, there's no way. Like,
Yeah. So Russia is probably like, lock him up for... Please do us a favor.
Oh, I don't know if
The
Russia will
Philippines.
lock him up. I don't know. That's a good question. They might. They are pretty fucking...
No. I'm saying they're telling the Philippines.
Oh, yeah. Please lock him up for us.
Like,
Yeah.
we don't want him back. Yeah, we don't want him back.
Keep him in your prison for as
so
long
keep
as
him
you want.
as possible.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, they're
but we'll
very
pay you.
clearly saying, like, yeah, we don't support him in any way, shape, or form. Fuck this guy. He's a piece of shit. And,
Yeah, if we could deny he was a Russian citizen, we would. Kind of thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they're no...
So that is crazy that they talked about it, I guess.
It's just
Well,
the
yeah, I
fact
mean,
that
like
the
that, it was even
ambassador
funny
is
that-
talking about it is the part that makes it crazy. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
yeah.
it's like this is an actual... Like this guy is responsible for the country of Russia getting along with the country of the Philippines, and he actually felt like I could score some nice bonus points here on my politics by coming out and speaking out against this random streamer who I shouldn't care about.
Right.
You know?
God damn. That is fucking great. The fucking internet crossing over. Fantastic.
I love that the people who are in charge of the system, who are like the ones who are like the driving forces for the, you know, like the what do you call it, the courts and like the arrests and the trial and all that stuff. Like all of them are very well aware of what's going on, like as far as the internet part of it goes.
Yeah, yeah, and I think they learned from Japan's bad, where Japan
Oh
just
yeah,
like
they definitely
deported
learned from
Somali.
Japan's bad example that like you can't just not do anything.
Yeah, yeah, you can't just like kick them out of the country.
Yeah,
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 because other
just
people will be like,
deporting
oh,
them is
that's
the
it.
worst possible choice.
Yeah, which I don't understand how like think highly. Well, yeah, I guess they do seem to think highly of themselves. Like, how do you think just not being able to go back is a fucking horrific penalty? You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that is kind of strange when you think about it. Like, considering that their job, the way they're making their money, as despicable as it is to go into foreign countries and act a fool. Not being allowed back into the foreign country seems like it would be pretty fucking bad for your job, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah. hmm Yeah, like what Japan from now on. I would assume next time some shit like that goes down to Japan, they're gonna throw the book at them. If not, then they're kind of deserving or something.
I hope so. Oh, I cannot imagine how they could possibly excuse
Yeah,
not doing
we're just
anything
gonna
at this
deport.
point to their own people.
Yeah, yeah.
They're gonna lose their what do you call it? Their political support for their own like politicians.
Indeed. Yeah, really poor choice all around. Did he go to Israel after that? I think he went to Israel, right? And fucked with the Israeli top chick. I think that was
I don't
after
know.
Japan, right? I'm not
I don't.
sure
I
the
don't
order of
follow
things.
them enough to know. I only see the stuff I've only
Yeah.
watched since Johnny Somali got arrested in Japan. Is really the only thing. Like I saw like a little clip of him, and I think we chatted about nuisance streamers that are
Yeah.
like, "Oh yeah, what about
So
Vitaly?" And
Israel.
I'd never heard about Vitaly, and then you showed him to me, and I'm like, "Oh, that guy's a son of a bitch."
All right, yeah. So I guess Israel's going to partly responsible. They're taking Israel and Japan are both responsible for what happened in South Korea
A little bit.
with John. Yeah. Now I'm a fucking. You know what? Now I'm uh, strictly on the Palestinian side.
Well,
All right, I'm a
oh, that
Hassan fan
fucking
now.
vet lady that you found. She didn't. I don't think she ever responded to my comment.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. That one was a little weird. Like, yeah, no, I didn't need you to tell me that you meant to put lions there. Yeah, it was a
Well, not
weird, like
only
her
that, but she
response.
was wrong about lions too. Like male lions absolutely
Yeah,
go hunting on a regular basis. Like, how would they like not die of starvation? You know, like if they
yeah.
didn't
Well, they
hunt.
do take. Well, if the lionesses take shit down, the male lion still gets fucking. You know what I mean? Like he still
Oh
gets
yeah,
part
yeah,
of that.
but also vice versa. The
But
female
yeah,
lions eat when the male lions kill the larger prey too. You know, it's not like a
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah. For her
one
to
of the
say
things is
which, like,
male lions when they're growing up, um, once they reach a certain like age, they get kicked out of their pride to go find their own women. Like dad's like, all
yeah,
right, get the
yeah,
fuck out. You're not fucking one of your moms. You go fuck with
yeah.
find some other women. And so like male
Right, right.
lions will travel together in groups sometimes and hunt in groups. So like it's male lions like obviously like
Yeah,
hunt on a regular basis. So I'm like, how could you be a
yeah. She was pretty
fucking
wrong all around.
how can you be a vet and be so wrong on the information you're putting out about the animals? Like I don't think she's really a vet. I think it's bullshit.
Yeah, I'm starting to wonder. I mean, she seemed kind of airheaded, but I mean, I feel like most vets are a little weird.
Yeah,
Just
I
like,
don't know what the regulations are for becoming a vet. It might not take much. That's true.
yeah. I don't know. I've heard it's tough. Like, I kind of think, at least in some ways, it has to be. Because if you think about like a human doctor or a surgeon or whatever, you're only dealing with one species. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think, at least
You're
on
only
that
dealing with
aspect,
humans. That's true. You got to deal with dogs and cats and horses and cows and
cows, fucking
hamsters and guinea pigs and
lizards,
snakes and birds and all that shit. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So on that aspect, for sure. Um, but yeah, I'm wondering if they just like do an internet search before they fucking like look at whatever animal. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
nowadays, they just have to do it like you're not going to learn everything. Just get out there and tell your fucking underlings to search the animal on the internet.
Yeah, really. Oh man, what is it? The CoffeeZilla trial. We keep forgetting that's going on.
Oh, we're getting sued by fucking Logan Paul's
Paul.
dumbass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Logan Paul has like done a bunch of like requests or whatever, apparently through his attorneys for information that has opened up many of the things that Logan Paul absolutely did not want opened up to like public scrutiny. And now he's apparently issuing privacy takedowns on any YouTube channel that was showing the text that he was sending.
What a fucking asshole, dude.
Yeah.
Well, dude, I do not understand why he has such a big fan base, or any really. But I mean, how did so many people like? Obviously, they're adults.
This dude stole from a bunch of people, not because he needed money and couldn't like afford to get by or anything like that. He's already like a billionaire.
Yeah, it's incredibly fucking disgusting and greedy.
He wanted to take their money from them and do it like illegally.
Yeah. It was literally just greed.
It's just greed. Yeah. Pure fucking greed.
Yeah.
And it just disgusts me that people would support that. Like, I cannot.
Yeah. Like, he still has fans. How do you have any. I don't understand how anybody can still be a fan of the guy. It's fucking nuts. Like, although, again, same thing applies to Destiny, Hassan, fucking. Like, I guess there's fucking endless amount of people that's true for nowadays. But some of them just, like, he's so blatant. He's such a blatantly shitty person.
Ooh, I want Billy Mitchell to make hot sauce with Keemstar.
Yeah.
And fucking Nick DiOrio can sign all the bottles, man.
That would be an interesting one.
That'd be the fucking way to go.
Yeah,
and
it's really funny about that.
Like, some sort of pun to name the hot sauce in a way that's also making fun of fucking Carl Jobst or Jobst or whatever.
Yeah.
That would be fucking epic. If they could figure out to be like, Courtroom Burn or something like, like.
God damn, dude. Yeah, that one's weird, man. That's another one. Kind of like Mudahan. Like, both of those two had, like, fucking almost sterling reputations that they just fucking bottomed out, like, insanely quickly.
Over dumb shit, too. It's like incredibly dumb. It's like, you had an incredibly lucrative thing where you were making fun of Billy Mitchell for cheating. Because it looks like...
Yeah.
Whether or not he was right about anything else, it does look like Carl was right about Billy Mitchell cheating.
Oh, yeah. That's not really in dispute, man.
Billy Mitchell is kind of a scumbag. Like, that's something that we also all can agree on. But, like, there was no reason to say he was responsible for some guy suiciding. That's just dirty, dude. That's just wrong. There's no point.
Yeah.
Like, you'd already destroyed any reputation this guy had. You had no need to go that extra mile, especially considering you had zero fucking evidence.
He had some circumstantial shit. But it was definitely... I don't understand. Even if he had heard that from, like, I don't know, every family member of the guy that said that, you still don't make a definitive statement like that. Like, I swear, I don't know how the law... I don't know how the law
tell your fucking friends in your Discord chat or something where it's not in public. But...
Yeah, well, even then, no, what I'm saying is, like, I don't know how the law works in Australia, but if he had just said, I believe, or I think, in my opinion, like something like that, I think he probably would be okay. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
If he hadn't been as like, I absolutely
Yeah,
believe that he did this, and
yeah,
you're just like, why
yeah,
did you need to put it
yeah.
like
And
that?
dude, yeah. And here's the other thing that's fucking crazy. After he lost, I was listening to his like that weird fucking explanation video he made, or but like within the first 5 minutes, he made a recklessly definitive statement. I wish I remember what it was. I got to go back and
He's
check,
like
I guess.
doubling
But
down on everything he said, essentially.
yeah, but it was something different that wasn't really having the original case, and he made a statement that was pretty fucking reckless. And I'm like, what? How are you this fucking stupid? Like, just an I
Like, did you
think,
not
or
learn
in my
from the
opinion.
$350,000 you already have to pay this guy?
Dude, I could not believe it, man. I'm like, holy shit. Yeah, like I said, I gotta go watch. Well, I'll watch Diorio watching it. I'm not gonna watch his fucking video directly, but yeah, I just remember like very early on, I'm like, holy shit, you just did it again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I don't know if
mind-blowing. The
just
dude is unhinged,
I,
man. The dude is fucking
yeah,
unhinged.
yeah, clearly, like but I have to imagine his lawyers told him that, right?
Oh,
Like,
there's
hey,
no
don't
way
make
his
that
lawyers didn't
mistake.
say, like, do not say this, do not say anything like that.
Yeah,
You
make
know?
sure you use the phrase "in my opinion." Yeah, but this is what I believe, or very little evidence that this is what I believe, or whatever.
Yeah, I have no evidence
Yeah,
to
I'll have to
prove
go
this.
back.
This is just my opinion, and blah, 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 something like that. But
Yeah, I got to go
yeah,
back and watch it. Because I can't
I
remember
think
what he was talking about,
I
but it
think
was
if
so
Billy
stupid.
Mitchell really wanted to fucking twist the knife, and I
Yeah,
don't
keep
think
laughing
Carl would
again.
go for it. I don't think Carl would go for it, but I think if Billy wanted to twist the knife, he could go up to this guy and say, "Hey, I'll knock half of your fucking fine off. I'll cut it down to $175,000 you owe me if you film a legitimate commercial for my hot sauce."
Oh fuck, that would be fantastic.
That would be the fucking twist of the knife. Be like, hey, you help me sell hot sauce and I'll knock some of that fucking price off of your head, buddy. Oh,
Damn.
man.
Oh, yeah, I think he, from what I understand, name or something like his house and all that shit, and all the assets or whatever.
Are all in his wife's
But
name.
from what I understand, yeah, from what I understand, that's not really going to help him.
I sincerely
But
doubt
maybe,
it usually doesn't. If you're married to somebody, your assets are both
yeah,
of yours.
they're obviously married before the defamation, even. So yeah,
And
I mean
I
before the
don't
event
know.
of it, not the trial. Like they were
He
married
was.
before the defamation occurred.
I remember him talking about his wife having money or something. So I think his wife might actually have enough money to pay it off or something like that. There was
Yeah, we'll see what
something that
happens.
they were talking about how his wife is going to assume the debt and like pay it off with her family or something.
Yeah, but I don't know. When I was hearing that, I was talking about how saying he had really nothing. It's like either the corporation or his wife. Like the house is in the wife's name, corporation's in the wife's name. So it sounded like he was
Yeah,
like
you usually can't hide your
flaunting what he was
property like
doing.
that from debts through those courts.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how the Australian system works though, so I couldn't say. But yeah,
Yeah.
if he was
Either
in America,
way, it
that
seems
wouldn't
like a
fucking
bad
do
idea.
much for him at all. That would not be helpful.
Yeah, it seems like a bad idea to say it
regardless of whose name
publicly
they're
what
in.
he's doing. Because he's like saying it publicly, like what he's, what he did. Like, you know what I mean? He's not literally saying he did it for that reason, but it's obvious what he's saying, what he was saying. You know what I mean? Like, it's obvious that he moved all this shit into his wife's name or whatever the fuck. Or, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I think that's what happened. I think as soon as he got
well, he
got
probably
wind of
knew
this
he was fucked
lawsuit
from the get-go. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then he fucking still crowdfunded and was incredibly misleading. Because again, all of us, I don't know of anybody that actually knew what this lawsuit was actually about. Because he gave the impression that it was about the Billy, being a cheater.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he clearly misled everybody about what this lawsuit was actually.
In my opinion, intentionally. I think he knew exactly
absolutely.
what was going on and misled people intentionally. I don't think
Yeah,
that was an accident.
Yeah, and
there's
again,
no way
it seems
he didn't know what he was being sued for.
This.
It's
I never
written
said
very
that.
clearly in the lawsuit,
Yeah, yeah. So again, but now, yeah, even say that exactly. Yeah, I say this exactly. You know what I mean? Like he was apparently chose his words wisely when he was getting the GoFundMe going. So yeah, that one was disappointing because again, that guy seemed like a fucking stand-up guy, dude. Like up until that moment, dude. Because I couldn't believe he lost. I'm like, how the fuck did he lose? And then as it came out, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, no, this makes sense. This was not the impression I got of what was going on. Diorio, same thing with him. So you know what I mean. He would have known more about it than I did, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
And he was under the same impression. Speaking of, he's live. I forgot. He went live like a couple hours ago.
It is about.
Shit,
it is about that time. I was going to say, if you want to go watch and see what's going on there.
Yeah, might as well.
All right,
for everybody not watching.
Time.
Yeah. Bye bye, everybody not watching. Bye bye.